Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for the Underdogs 3.0, and I think this is gonna be the match you guys have been waiting for so long. And we are finally getting to the end of the Underdog teams, and we are finally into the grand finale, which is gonna be played between Ascendria Echelon, who has come crawling back from the bottom, from the lower brackets since yesterday, and they will be going against the top teams. That's gonna be DNS, which is Dickensons, which is actually a change up. But yeah, onto the casting deck, it will be me, as you can see onto the screen. Alongside me, it's gonna be STG, who's gonna be bringing us to the entertainment for today. So Ash, how do you feel?
Yes, actually, I'm feeling very nice here. It's my first casting at Wardrum, and I'm very happy that it's with you actually because it's been a long time we're casted together, and now we are
Yeah.
back into this banger. And this is been actually even one more thing I want to say you that this Ace Esports, I mean Ascendria
Mhm.
Echelon, is actually from
Mhm.
Odisha.
Yeah.
Those players are actually from Odisha, so I know those guys. They're actually
Yeah.
from a university near me. So it is fun that I'll be casting with you first, one of my best co-caster, and then I'm gonna cast for the team which is from my state, and then this will be my first casting at Wardham as well. So three best things. So let's hope another best thing that S will be winning this match, or we can say that team. Uh, DNS Dickensons can also take over. But if I'm not wrong, is it the Darren Sons having a
Yes.
revamped name?
It's a revamped name with a very poetic name. I would say when you misspeak, it will sound completely different. But yeah, DNS
Yeah.
it is still DNS. So in same place, it will be knowing. Array is also still there. There's no change up. But Ash, we are gonna be going into the drafting phase because now DNS they're gonna be having the first pick and Ascendria Echelon will be going for the second pick. And these two teams, right? They have been fighting yesterday into the upper bracket finals, and DNS were successful in knocking down Ascendria Echelon onto the lower brackets. But Ascendria now they have the chance for redemption into these finals. This is gonna be a contest for who will be getting the 10k prize pool cash that we have for the Nerd 3.0. And they have been consistent in the bans right now. That we can see DNS they have to ban away the Baxia, the Kadita, and the Hayabusa always. And Ascendria they always ban the CC, the Lancelot, and sometimes also the 1-1.
Okay, that's a good band coming in from both these sides. And if I'm not wrong, whoever will win will be fighting with the Top Dogs champion as well.
Yes,
So
it
it's
is.
actually the biggest match for these two guys, Dickensons and Ascendria Echelon. I've seen Ascendria Echelon gameplay as well as Dickensons, so let's see how it goes in the picking phase. The last ban coming out from the Ascendria Echelon, they already banned the CC though, but now I feel like they'll again ban EXP or jungle. Okay, it's a double S tier. That will be a Ishan Shin into the banning list. One of a great ban, but all this through, they just forgot one of the meta goal laner right now clinging all those actions in the goal lane. That is a 1-1, which will be prioritized from beginning from the Dickinson. So what do you feel? A Brody will come up? Because I don't feel like a Irithel will be a match for the 1-1.
I mean, it's kind of weird to see that Ascendria are the one opening up the 1-1 for Pawan Singh here because they have been consistent in banning away these heroes. So maybe, just maybe, they know that they will be able to play against the 1-1. So they can pick up a hero that can literally counter out this 1-1. But then again, DNS, they did ban away the Hayabusa already. But there's also a hero that Ascendria Echelon really want onto their side. Okay, the Gatot Kata played. The Farsa will come through as well. And yeah, this kind of there's no into the draft of these two teams, man. They always going for this kind of drafting phase, and of course the Juicing coming into play again. Huh, the Juicing against the Farsa though. I think it's kind of a signature for the side of Invoker, so he's trying to stick for the comfort.
Okay, I can see one thing here that they banned the Hayabusa. From here also we saw the Ishan Shin getting out. So it is only the Lancelot being open in the Assassin, and Pedrin, Lucas, you can say Akai, all of them are open in the utility. So picking out that substitution for your side, you're actually doing an insurance for yourself, because it's kind of a thing that you are not letting them have a utility jungler for themselves. So you're kind of forcing them to pick up the Lancelot so that you can go for the Fedrin for yourself. Or we can say that
Oh.
they are also letting them have the Fedrin into their side so that they can pick up the Xbox for themselves. So that may be the reason here. But with that Forza down there and the Katotkacha as well, I feel like a Granger should have come in, but due to that 1-1, it is being held. Okay, the
Uh-huh.
Phobias here into the game, onto the EXP
Oh.
lane. So that means they also have insurance right now for the Lancelot, you can say. I mean, they kind of everybody is picking up the counters lately. I mean, early,
Yeah.
so that in late they will not see the Lancelot or the utility jungler as well. Let's see how it goes. I mean, till now I'm in a dilemma because both of the teams are well known in the underdog scene. So I feel like they'll be giving their 100% in this game, obviously, to win that 10k prize pool.
Definitely, yeah, I would do that too if it was me. So, Ascendria, they love going for this kind of composition, right? The Phobias. Even though they pick up the Phobias, they have to ban away the Fredrin again. So insane. Yeah, this is the second time Ace is gonna be banning away your Fredrin. So I think they're kind of forcing him to go for something of an assassin because they're gonna be requiring something that can dive onto this Farsa again. Because Electro, he's been amazing on the Farsa as well as Invoker onto the Juicing. So this is kind of a contest where the mid lane, which mid laner is gonna be performing better, because these two teams are so dependent on objective and the first hurdle as well. So this is why they usually draw for a winning mid lane. But Ascendria Echelon do have a winning mid lane this time around, and especially into the X3 side, now that they have picked up the Phobos, it's kind of good that they ban away the Lapu Lapu, because Cory QT, when he gets the Lapu Lapu, he does stuff that is so amazing, especially into the start of the first turtle. He kind of provides a lot of phasing and a lot of spacing for his team, and creating so much space that they are able to fight alongside those turtles most of the time. But now the picks are going to be in for the side of Ascendria Echelon. So the Granger is still available for grabs, even the Irin Tail. Okay, they can put the Moxa into the... Okay, never mind, the Irin Tail is going to be banned away by DNS, so... I think they are kind of forcing Ascendria to go for the the Granger, but you know what? I think Ash, the Claw would be good here.
Okay, the claw will be good here, but watching the chats right now, there is something going on about Hala Madrid and Visca Barca. So Barca, that is, I mean, is this the football match going in right now in the Moba scene? Because all of them are cheering their favorite teams there. So I don't know what's the catch here, but maybe there will be a catch. So let's see how it goes. Because let me tell you guys that if you're a fan of Hala Madrid, then
Oh my god.
the Visca Barca is right now reigning in this, obviously in the Europe. So let's see how it goes for these two teams. Okay, the monster, the boogie monster is here. It's a glue coming in from the side of Dickensons. As I was expecting a Granger there from Ascendria Echelon, they went for that as well. But ooh, that is something new for me. A Joy, a mobility one, but still, she's not even in the mark. I mean, she's not even in the A tier as well. So they are prioritizing it. It's actually a big bait.
A big bait. I think this around Ascendria, they have their jungle to be bigger. So they did lose against the Hayabusa onto the hands of Nem. So Nem loves playing the utility, but also the Hayabusa. And the Lancelot is also gone, the Musician also gone, even the Ammon is also gone. So, he's gonna be picking up something very entirely different here. So I'm gonna be thinking, I'm gonna be giving a wild guess, even the Suyo would be good. But the Suyo against the Joy, okay, they still went for the Suyo. Okay, against the Joy, I think the Suyo gonna be struggling just a little bit, as because Joy is like a direct assassin that can go into the back guys most of the time. But with the presence of Phobias for the side of Ascendria and Echelon, I think Joy here, Insane in particular, has to be really careful onto the engages. But one good thing about DNS lineup is that they have the Hylos onto their hands. He can be the sitting duck, he can be the rock that protect them, and the wall that can stop anyone from coming in. The self peel is good here, but there's also a very good set coming up on the side of Ascendria Echelon. They have the Gatot Kacha, which can be also a disengage and an engage tool. So yeah, execution is gonna be the name of this game.
Okay, I mean, looking after the draft, I can say you one thing, Debbie. I feel like I'm here in May 2025 because the picks are looking like that. Joy versus Suyu. It's not anywhere in the meta, but we gotta see this in this finals at Wardrum Esports. And here you are, guys, for the game number 1 between Team Dickensons versus Team Ascendria Echelon. And both of the teams are having the draft up there and they're ready for the fight. But a Granger against a 1-1 still a doubt for me because you all know that 1-1 is right now having a lot of skills. I mean, the CD is totally low, as well as this 1-1 is having the spike in her hand against a Granger. So she can actually melt him down in the early to the late phase as well. But having the first star with you and the Granger, the OG combo, the poke burst combo, and you can say the wall that is a sustainable wall that will be a Gatot Kacha and a Phobius will actually work. This is actually a pretty OG style they're performing right now, the OG combo, or you can say OG draft that has been picked up by Ascendria Echelon at this moment. But you know what? This Forza and this Granger will have a lot of hard time because of the Boogie monster out there. He will actually give a lot of hindrance to the backliners. But now, here we are into the lineup down for the game number 1, guys. And obviously, the junglers are taking up their aggro at this moment. And I feel like it will be a defensive start. No more poking, no more aggressive stunts coming out from both sides. Okay, no. It is something there coming up in the mid, Debbie. As we can see, it's already started the poke onto the high loss. And it is the Jushin there already giving a hard time to the Gatot Kacha. And I feel like Gatot Kacha already used the spell there. So he can't have the fun right now. Suyu coming in to give a little bit of support. I don't feel like they can take over the Gatot here. Lito will go away though.
I think this is such a very healthy combination, I would say, if healthy is going to be fitting here, because Ascendria Echelon, they have a very, very good early game here right now, and they're going to be trying their best to have that control onto the mid lane so that they will be able to have a good time in rotating all over the places, which is what the name of the game should be for both of these teams, because they have the Jushin, they have the Farsa already onto their hands, so that's definitely going to be one thing that they are going to be focusing on, and they want to give away as a lot of space for the jungle as well, because unlike the other things that we have seen so far, the Joy against the Suya, like you mentioned, it's a very, very old meta that we are actually very used to, and the Zay kind of wins out, so it have to be very important for them to win out onto the mid duo, the mid duels coming in, and it felt like Ascendria Echelon are doing very well, but you know, the pressure that the Hylos can provide just because of his tankiness, he does give a lot of reason this is gonna be amazing. But Max in trouble though.
Engage coming in. It's the first star, maybe clearing up the first blood for themselves. Okay, it's a Gatot Kacha getting the first blood. Ace Esports already started the notebook here. They are already here for the rain, and there you go. Jushin right now coming in with the CC on to that Suyu. Evil Queller just comes in as well. There will be engage, another one from the backline. We can see the burst coming in by the first star here. Maybe Suyu will be taking out the kill. The final blow from the Suyu on the high loss will be taken down, as well as Jushin coming in. Will be an instant redemption onto that Suyu. 1-for-1 is right now the trade, and the turtle is on without the jungler. But there you go, the roamer for the roamer. You took our high loss, we took your Gatot Kasha there. Infernal Pursuit coming in. It is the Phobius engaging right now at the turtle, with the retrieving on. First with the feather airstrike from the backline. Okay, the retrieve forced out, and the turtle will be secured easily by the side of Team DNS right now. Because of the jungler not being there, I feel so. It happened. The turtle just goes into the hand of Team DNS.
Yeah, DNS able to play that so well, but into the early stages it was actually Ascendria Echelon who had the better setup and who have the better chances, but look at that, there's something of an engage.
Okay, another engage coming in is the electrifying bits onto the Phobias. The magic penetration is working. Infernal Pursuit coming in, charge from the Suyu as well. AOG onto a Natalia there. Oh my goodness. All these tricks, but the AOG missed there, and now Forza is actually going into the danger position. Flicker will be forced out.
Yeah, that was such a long fight, I would say, because the title has been already secure, but there's also a post fight that we are seeing right now onto the side of DNS, and they were trying to find something out of Max, but he is a very tanky sustainer, so there wasn't anything that Insane could do to try to take him down as well. But overall, 2 to 2 kills onto the board under 3 minutes of this game, which is very amazing, I would say, because there's a lot of set coming through for all the sides that are trying to fight full on, head on Broly position. But the thing is, when there's a first onto the other side and he does have the feather airstrike, the damage coming through from him is much more scary than the damage coming through from the side of Juicin. But DNS, they are playing the cards so well, even the rotation wise, even the setups, it was actually good. But Ascendria also, with the sustains, with the respawn, with the reply, they were able to hold their ground most of the time. So safe to say it's gonna be a 50-50 situation, but Executor rotating onto the bottom lane so fast, but April trying to do something, it's just gonna be a reason given to his team.
Okay, the reverse spawn is the time for the second usual objective to spawn into the land of dawn. Before that, engage coming in from the side of Ace right now with the feather airstrike being forced out for this zone, and the glorious pathway popped in as well as the Gatot Kacha and the goal later engaging there. Oh my goodness. Okay, the retreat comes up by the Joy. Is the 1-1 with the crossbow tank or the Corbius there. They will be taking her out as well as a double will be secured on the Gatot Kacha. 2 man down right now. So you will be getting a caught there. No, he managed to escape back. That was a good idea actually to dismantle from the fight, and now his red buff is in danger because they are quite going to invade it. As we can see, the glue is out there, and he kind of going for the stun
Ooh.
onto the Suju as well. So you're going back there, but the red buff will be missed out. I feel so.
It's a very good delay, I would say, coming out from the side of DNS. They want that top lane. Yeah, get it. Gami, go and get your top lane. We are going to be trying to chase away all the members on the side of Ace to not get there, and they were able to do so. So that's going to be the first turret falling down to the top lane for the side of Ascendria Echelon. But mid lane, though, this is going to be something out here. Nothing much, but Max has to be playing it safe, because even if you are the favorites, you cannot really dive in when there's a lot of damage coming through from the other side. So he's going to have to be careful. He's gonna have to wait for the other side of his team that can deal out the damage to come in. But with the discipline coming out of the side of DNS, they are very careful. They are playing it so safe. This is a discipline that we are not used to seeing on DNS, but they have been able to do that even yesterday match. But hey, mid lane door.
Okay, glorious pathway for the save there. Feather strike comes in as well as the CC coming in by this Jushin there. And on the top, we can see the split push already been done. It's a 1v1 going at the top between the two jungler electrifying bits. Oh my goodness! This is what it is! And it will be the Suyu getting the final blow by the Joy there. I thought that sure Suyu will be able to escape, but no escape with the magic penetration being there on by the jungler from the side of Team DNS is none other than Insane Zen. What a gameplay it was. Superb one.
Seaport indeed. I mean, it was actually a fluke for Ascendria to try to engage on a Hylos who have a revitalize and the glorious pathway as well. But I can see the reason. They were trying to take him down and start the fight without him, make it a 4v5 situation. But never mind, though, there might be a possible set.
Course, no.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. On the jungle of the side of Ace, they are kind of prioritizing the blues are out from the hand of that Suyu, and the turtle goes once again to the side of Insane. He's actually the turtle slayer. I'm getting the mark of turtle slayer in this game, as well as we can see, Debbie, there is a 3k goal lead already in the 7 minute 40 second of the game, and actually prioritizing the micro as well as the macro in this game. So far, I can say DNS is having the upper hand in this game. But
Mhm.
if the team, obviously Ace will hold this game and will not trade for a fight now, and will just
Yeah.
go for this goal lead or to equalize the goal lead, they can actually come for retaliation or a comeback. Possible thing.
Hmm. It's always possible for Ascendria, man, because they are a very careful team. They are very disciplined. But onto the other side, though, Pawansi already getting 3 items onto his hands. The has claws, so he wants to go. Oh, never mind. Look at that crossbow of Tang.
Oh my goodness, Crossbow Tang AOG once again will be missed there. I don't know why he was going for a AOG in the mid tier. Inside the mid tier, he should have been a little bit extending there from the back line.
Okay.
It is insane going in as well. The
Woo!
electrifying blade will be catching up double there. Killing spree coming for the 1-1. The first got deleted down with the damage as well as the tier in the mid will be falling down. It's a great start from the DNS as well as they will be clearing up the mid and will be enhancing their jungle area for this game. And
Oh.
actually, you can say one thing right now is because the Suyu pick is because of the joy, but it's not
Mm.
working the way it should have.
It's not working, man, because it's actually very bad to play the Suyo. Oh, wait, that's gonna be a flicker wasted away by Executor with the lack of vision coming out through onto the mid side here. But that's gonna be Korikuri trying to do something.
Okay, once again, we're gonna see the fight coming in. This is the crossbow. Tang will be taking out the Phobias. There's a mega kill being secured by the 1-1. What a style to take off the mega kill for yourself. And now the Lord is here. It will be an uncontested Lord for sure.
For sure is because oh my god, Pawan Singh 4-0 onto the score and he is building up his 4 item already onto this 1-1. This is a bad case scenario for the side of Ascendria Echelon because the 1-1 when he starts to snowball there's no reason, there's no way to try to counter it unless you go to the late game and build out the Wind of Nature or even the Winter Truncheon. Only then you'll be able to counter out this hero. But then again, Pawan Singh is going to opt for the build that is more dependable on the basic attacks, not the ultimate. So even if there's no crossbow attack available, he's gonna be able to basic attack his way in and get those kills onto the side of Ascendria Echelon. But yeah, like you already mentioned, there's gonna be a free lore, but Suyu here, Nem, trying to get a full creep out here trying to see if he can get something, and that's gonna be just the red buff is gonna be taken. But onto the builds as well, we can see Insane already getting the Holy Crystal. No Starlim side, no Starlim side whatsoever, but he's gonna be going for the Genius one, which is gonna be an upgraded version, and he's gotten the damage already, so that's a lot of damage already into the hands of the Joy. So Ascendria, they are gonna be pushed in camped up into their base because they have only the inhibitors available, and the Lord will be marching onto the bottom lane.
The level difference, the damage as well, everything is right now in the hand. Glorious Papa coming in as well as the engage. Insane going in with the electrifying base. So Jushin will be having a fun there, getting a hand on to the Gatotkacha crossbow tank. Inside the base, double kill will be secured by the 1-1. Inhibitor falling down as well as the Forza with the Feather Air Strike. Will be clearing out those waves here, making sure that they will be defending this lot and will be waiting for another. But I don't feel like a retaliation or comeback will be seen at this moment. Crimson Bacon comes in as well as the grab moment. There you go. It's a clean spree inside the base onto the Granger, and the base will be taken down. No need for the second lot. It will be the first and the last in this game as Dickinson will be having a lead in this series between
Oh my
against
god.
obviously AC Esports. They tried their best, but you know what, Debbie? I feel like
Yeah.
the outdated meta actually worked for one side, not for the second one.
I mean, even when it was meta, the Suyo kind of loses out against the Joy because of the movement speed, because of the because of the mobility that the Zoe have much more better than the Suyo. And of course we cannot forget the Suyo does have a reduction, I mean removal of that, magic damage reduction, so it's kind of weak against those high magic damages heroes too. So Insane will be able to use the Joy in this particular match and will be able to be to come out on top again. But we have to shine the light on Pawan Singh onto this 1-1 Zira. That's a 10 into the score. He was able to get 4 items very early on, which means that this 1-1 already gotten the snowball that he was looking for, and he was able to play around with it. No crossbow thing needed when you have all the full damage on the basic attacks most of the time. We can see how much he could do with this 1-1. Of course, Electro, he does have the Farsa, but he cannot really target out the Farsa when there's always a Joy running towards you, bolting towards you, and with the electrifying beats most of the time you gotta cancel away your ultimate and fly away so as to survive. So I think Ascendria Echelon need to ban away this 1-1 because this is one hero that Pawan Singh showed to us that we can play again.
Yep. I mean, leaving out the 1-1 was the bad choice they did in this game because They should have not leave it out there. And you're going for a Granger against a 1-1. How can that be a thing here? As well as the Forza was there, but you know what the defect in the Forza is? The position, I felt so. Because even though the early start was a good went for, Team S, then I saw that the glue and the joy is kind of giving her a hard time throughout the game. As you said, whenever she was going for the feather airstrike, the electrifying bits and the grab will be around her. That was the main thing which was pushing her away from the game. But now I feel so, I don't know, should we take a short break or we'll just continue for the second game?
We don't take breaks in Nerd 3.0 because we are nerds, man. We just wanna we just wanna go for the fights, we just wanna go for the games most of the time, so we're definitely gonna be seeing another match directly full on again because there's no rest. There's no rest for the
Okay.
weekend. That's a
No worries.
No
worries. I just asked it. No worries about it. But how much? I haven't seen these two teams playing much. Okay, Dickensons, when they were Dad and Sons, I literally saw them playing a lot of games, but the lineup was different at that moment. But now the lineup is also different. So pretty much I can say that they are trying to dominate the game more than playing it safely or playing it, you can say defensively. Because obviously they have a lineup as well like that to go aggressive from the early game, and they got the snowball. Then they went for the rampage in the late as well. But now I feel like if they will not go for a defensive setup in the second game, they might get into the trouble. Because you know what? When you were playing a best of... is this a best of 7?
It's gonna be wait. We gotta do something out here because there's gonna be a little bit of an issue we're gonna be having. So, yeah, we gotta have to take 10-minute break, man. So we will come back for it and see what we're gonna be having. So it's gonna be a best of 5 like you asked. So that's about it. So okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be having a little bit of a fixing onto the management part. So just wait for us, okay? We'll be coming back really soon. And just like that, we are back again, guys. It's gonna be the second game. We are heading towards Ascendria Echelon versus DNS again. The first match was won over by DNS. So this is the second time around Ascendria Echelon can pull something out because they do have the chance to first pick because they are also a team that has been able to come toe to toe with DNS too. So what can we say here? Because as we were able to see how much of a disciplined both the teams had into the first game, but this time around they were actually very, very brawly, and I blame it onto the draft. So, what do you reckon they're gonna be drafting this time around?
Yep. Hello, Debbie. Hello. Thank you for that introduction. And a warming welcome as well to all our viewers who are watching relentlessly the hour. And it's between Team Dickinson versus Ascendria Echelon. And it is the underdog grand finals. We can say that as well. Am I right?
Yeah.
So, who will be claiming the throne will be claiming another title that is the underdog of India, and also will have a chance to fight up with the top dog of India. So, this is the two teams are already set the fire on, and the lead is already into the side of Dickensons. 1-0 is the score right now, and it's a best of five series, as mentioned by my favorite co-caster. And let me tell you one thing that if this match will be going in the hand of Dickinsons, they will actually have a match point in the next game. So I feel like
Mm,
Ascendria Echelon S should try their best in the blood and sweat, everything in this game to take on the victory and to retaliate back in this game because the first one was not just a loss, it was actually a dominating side I just saw from the side of Dickinson. Because if you remember, the
shit.
score was two from the side of S. They just gave two kills. I mean, they just took two kills out from the Dickinsons. So I think this time they need to prioritize the micro as well as the macro things well, and the execution and synergy should be proper. Let's talk about the draft right now, guys. It's a Jushin Ban as well as the Lancelot will be taken out by the S, as well as the Dickensons, that is DNS, will be going for the Hayabusa and the 1-1 this time. Obviously, the 1-1 was a crazy thing in the last game. It was the menace. It was the one who was giving that terror vibes in the whole game. And now this time they'll be banning it out because the first pick is right now in the hand of S. So what do you feel? Ishanshin will be open or it will all, I mean, will be in the ban list as well?
Yeah, that's definitely something we have to focus on. The Baxia has to go for the side of Dickinsons. If they do not want to play the Baxia, they really do not want to give it away too. But Ascendra at Chelon, they always ban away the Jushin, and they also have to respect Invoker's hero too, so they have to ban it away. But these two teams have always been very, very consistent on trying to ban away their comfort. It's their opponents comfort. They do understand each other as of now, but oi, they actually banned away the Kalea, so they are trying to give a challenge a wait, the Yisatsu is also still out there, and even the Boxia. So Farsa, Boxia. Okay, the Boxia is gonna be picked away by Ascendra Echelon. This is actually the first time the Boxia is open for the side of Ascendra Echelon against DNS. Even yesterday, it was completely banned away by DNS most of the time. But oi, it's gonna be the Hylos being picked away by DNS again. What will be the first pick here though? There's a lot of choices. I don't think Insane wanna go for the Yishan Shin. It will still be good, but the Farsa can be much more prioritized. But oh, the Lapu Lapu. So this is gonna be no flex for the Rome and the XP later. But then again, this is Corey Cutie onto the Lapu Lapu. He wants this hero, and given the fact that Ace already banned away the CC, it was safe to say that Lapu Lapu can be coming too.
Debbie, if you have, I mean, already studied the whole draft of S, can I ask you something like, are they
Uh,
interested in Baksha Rome?
jungle.
Okay,
More
mostly
of a
jungle.
boxer jungle. Yeah.
Okay, mostly jungle. So then I feel like Dickinson should go for the Xbog here because Xbog will be
Ah,
actually working good against this Baksha pick. And if they will be prioritizing the carry as well, will working very nicely because I don't feel like team. Oh. I was not
Oh,
feeling like
oh,
that, but they just proved me wrong. They just went for that poppy, poppy, boom, boom. Angela got picked out from the side of S, and right now a Kadita as well. The burst will be there, and now you can't even go for the Fursa because it's kind of a stationary mage,
yeah.
and Kadita can go in and take you out with the burst. So let's see if they can actually go for the Xbog or they will be waiting for the second picking phase. But it will not be a good idea because they already prioritize their junglers, so they will be banning out the Fedrin and the Xbog in the second phase, probably.
If the Selena comes through here, I think it will be very good. Then just because you can actually reveal out where the Kadita is gonna be, or even be a menace for the Baksan to the first and to the frontliners most of the time. But yeah, DNS they do have to pick out the mates right now. But oh, very interesting. They go for the Moskov first, so into the hands of Pawansin, they'll be able to get these out. No grandeur so far just yet for the side of Ascendria Echelon 2. The DNS, they want to go for the first out, they want to go for the Moscow first, which they usually do when it's in dire position, but they weren't able to find success for the first pick Moscow most of the time. I mean, first phase Moscow most of the time,
Yep.
so we will see this time around how they will be able to do it. So they are trying to keep their mates to the later parts, but right now DNS they have to bend away the gold lane here. What can be good against the Moskov?
Obviously, on Atan, there is Irithel as well. Obviously, it is coming in. The Irithel will be banned out, and the second ban probably should be on to the Esmeralda because Esmeralda is quite a counter for the Lapu Lapu here. So, to prioritize the two lanes, I mean, for the good comfort onto the Moscow as well as good comfort for the Lapu Lapu, they should ban these two heroes, and they already did one. So, let's see if they can go for the Esma ban. But from the side of S, they have a lot of chances to ban here. I mean, if they're gonna ban the Xbog and Fedrin, but from the chat, I saw someone is writing that Cap doesn't don't play Xbog.
Yeah, he
So,
doesn't.
I mean, if it is a team, then he should change the thing because there is a Baksha out there, and you cannot go for a assassin here, a mobility here, just like the way you did it with the last game with a Joy. Here, you can go for that. You know, a Baksha can roll it out and also can escape you out and even can give you that crowd control and anti heal. So, you cannot go for such heroes. If you really want to take on the game, you should go for the counter as well. But Fedrin will be also a good thing. I mean, it will equalize the utility thing in both the sides. But watching out here, having the Fedrin for the side of Dickensons, there will be a possible chance that S can go for the carry because there will be three
Uh,
tanky frontliners: Fedrin, Hylos, and Lapu Lapu. If it is the case that they will prioritize the Fedrin, then so they can also go for the carry to take them down. So you have to think much about it, but no, it will be a respect ban towards Cap. It will be the joy on the scene for S, and from this side, it will be a phobias. Okay, but let me tell you this, Debbie. I feel like obviously Infernal Pursuit will be an infinity choice when a Lapu Lapu will be there because of the bravest fighter dashes. But I feel like Lapu Lapu can go for a phobias, but when a baby diaper that is obviously Esmeralda comes in, he cannot go for it. I mean, the absorb is so much that the Lapu Lapu will fall down. But from that side, Ishanshin and Joy, two assassin bands coming in.
yeah, very great, I would say, because the Yususin does really well against the Baksa in comparison to other jungles. So now that the joy is completely taken away and every jungle has been completely abandoned, I feel like, Ascendria are kind of forcing DNS to pick away the jungle here, but I think they can put the jungle into the very last. They can pick out their mage here, which I don't know. I think even the Novaria could come through here. If he goes for the guard, it's gonna be not that bad, but it's gonna be so immobile against. Okay, the Novaria, they opt for the Novaria, so this is kind of a hemping special. So let's see what he can do in this Novaria too. But the one thing that's very funny is that Ascendra Echelons are the one who loves playing the Novaria instead of giving it away. But the NS this time around, they will be the one using it. So that's gonna be a vision and a damage coming into the mid lane. So that's gonna be a combination of a Moskov and the Novaria together, which is kind of deadly in comparison. But now Ascendra Echelon, they can pick away the Grandeur here. because I recommend Granger because mostly Executor has been finding achievements on those Granger. He has been able to play the Granger so well. Now that even the Iritel is already banned out by the side of DNS, he could play the Granger too. But against the Moscow into the later part of this game, the Granger doesn't really do well. But okay, they went for the Beatrix. This is also a Executor special. He loved playing the Beatrix and the Granger too. So I think he does not see the Granger's not necessary in this one. But the Ruby though into the XP lane. So that's a crowd control, right? It's gonna be good though.
You prioritize a wing lane hero for yourself onto the goal side. It will be a Beatrix, but there was a lot of options open for you. You could have gone with a Claude. Even the Bruno could have worked here. Even the Natan was open, and Natan will actually work for a tank killer MM as well, just like the carry. But the only difference is
Yeah.
got the magic penetration, and carry got the true damage. But this right now, this things is quite crazy for me. That Ruby is coming in the
Oh,
EXP. Oh my goodness! I was not
there we
expecting
go.
this. I was
Yeah.
never expecting this. I was expecting the Xbox, but someone from the chat told me that he doesn't play the Xbox. When I was thinking about the Fredrin, also I thought at a time I thought that he perhaps go for a Lucas, but no, it is not that thing. It will be a Fanny into the jungle side with the Novaria coming in. Okay, there will be two. I mean, you can say Joan, and there will be a Soti for the backline dive. So I feel like the draft is kind of 50-50 for both the sides, with a concentration more coming out from the side of S right now. I feel like this game,
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'll say S will have the upper hand. I'm not sure about you. You.
True, true. I would agree with that. Just because of the early game presence of the Baxia. But the thing is, DNS, the Fendi was the only option that they have as of now, just because of the limitation of the jungles already. So I think the last pick Fanny coming to is actually very good, but there's a Ruby onto the side of Ascendria Echelon, so he have to be really careful. But yesterday also he was able to play the Fanny against the Gaza, against the against the Divine Judgment, the Suppression, so it might have actually worked out. But I don't think the Ruby is gonna be that much of a threat because it is into the XP lane and not into the roam. The Angela this time around has to be really careful, especially the Beatrix too, because this is not a very mobile hero. And of course, Executor was able to find a good win with the Beatrix, but it was the Beatrix plus the Kalia combination, so DNS did not really give that. So let's see what they can do in game number 2s.
Yup. Game number two. Here we are into the lineup dawn, and it's between Team Dickensons versus Team Ascendria Echelon. And let me tell you, 1-0 is the score right now in this BO5 series, going in for the fight for a title, that is Underdog title, and to fight onto the top dog slot as well. So let's see who will be having the fun in this game. But you know what, Novaria, I want to talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
That is, it is kind of a situational pick, and the snipe as well comes in. Okay,
Woo!
thought the snipe will be taking out the blue there, but it doesn't happen. Bakshia just went for the blue buff with the retreat, getting forced out now, and oh, invasion.
Invasion? Nah, nothing much gonna be happening as of now, but there's gonna be a little bit of invasion coming through from Invoker with the Star Setters. Is gonna be trying to find something out of it. But you know, the thing I liked about the Kadita pick is that he'll be able to find and eventually a good kill. But one thing, he actually got the Moskov on the Purifier, right? So that will be something that they have to focus on, and you can't really be using that Purify against the uh Moscow. I mean, no, never mind. I'm trying to say something on here. Oh yeah, okay. Kadita has to force out the Purify onto the Moscow, but hey, Skylark coming in trying to look for a dive, but Insane still level 3 will not be trying to find something out there. Does not have the cutthroat just yet. Okay. Am right now is just trying to get something of a level 4 just before the start of the turtle. He's just trying to find ways to have this early game turtle onto his hands. But this is the Fanny onto the side of DNS. They don't really try to prioritize the turtle onto the Fanny, only if they have a better setup, which they might actually try to start for. But Nam, on the other hand, trying to look for something is going to be the starting here. Look at the stun coming through. Nam in trouble again. There's going to be the Ascendria connecting in the first slot onto the hands of Insane, but it's going to be taken down again with the rough waves coming in from the side of Electro. And that's going to be the jungle for the jungle taken away, and the turtle will be completely ignored. Level 4 for all the members of the side of both of these teams, and this is going to be a good start. And of course, an equal trade coming in for both of these teams as of now. And now the turtle is going to be started again by the side of DNS because Nam, they are not in a position to try to start for it, but yeah, Fanny doesn't really go and prioritize the turtle most of the time, but when he have the options to go for it, he will be trying to set up for it, and they will be able to get it down on the first one, and that's gonna be a discipline coming out of the side of DNS, but we'll never know what's gonna be happening right now because there's gonna be a loss that's gonna be coming through. No puts for the Beatrix, so right now, never mind, the burst fighter will be used again. Max will be forced to flicker away 1v1 situation, and Corey Cutie will be winning it out just because he baited onto that flicker, but he does not have the flicker also. But looking at the build so far, the first build for Executor is actually the Malefic Gun, which is kind of weird to say because you don't really go for the Malefic Gun into the early stages. You want to prioritize onto that BOD first, but I think I see how this is going. He want to have that Bennett first and then go for all those damages, go for all those priorities onto that damages and clearance, but onto the bot side though, okay, there's a close recall coming out from the side of Insane.
Okay. I mean, a lot of skirmish just happened there. 1-for-1 trade is going in right now, and I think I missed the total fight there due to some technical issue from my side. Debbie, can you just give me a follow through?
You know what, it was funny yes, because the jungle and never mind, that's gonna be a rough way being wasted. But yeah, onto the start of this turtle taken away, first turtle taken away by the side of DNS, and even Fanny was one death, and even Nam onto the Baksha has one death, so it is 1-1. Onto the score is the jungle and the jungle falling, so it was an equal trade, but DNS was able to find the
Yeah.
turtle, which means they have the better goal lead. But you know, 100 is enough, 50-50 still.
I mean, right now you have to guard the buff. The snipe coming out from this Novaria is actually a troublesome thing. It can actually clear it out in the buff section. I mean, she can snatch it out from your eyes, in front of your eyes, because the snipes are literally corrected onto that direction. And now all
Yeah.
this time is the first turtle, but the second neutral objective is here into the game number 2. And it's more like already the turtle dance has started from the side of DNS. Okay, Kadita going inside with the rough waves coming in. But will now be finding a shot onto that Novaria, as well as the Lapu Lapu will be saved though. Baksha coming in with the engage onto the high loss. Hard guard being on right now. Even the jungler's blue buff is on. Cap is coming to prioritize it, but before that, Bravest Fighter into the action, as well as Glorious Pathway will be coming in. There you go, the flickers as well as SOD will be missed there, but the Lapu Lapu went so far, so deep, will be taken down there without prioritizing any kills. It's a 1-for-non trade, and now Baksha is going against that Fanny onto the top at this moment. Beatrix will be taking down the high loss. Easy peasy, guys.
Easy peasy, yeah, but that's gonna be a gold crab stolen away by Insane with the retribution, so no retribution for the turtle just yet. But Nam, no, it's actually Nam who took with the retribution, so they're not gonna be starting the turtle just yet. But a W move coming out from the side of Ascendria, Echelon, that was a good fight coming in. They love coming up together, and they did so too. Even Ari wasn't able to defend that mid, was trying to defend that mid lane with his life, and it's actually good. But look at the glorious pathway.
Oh, the engage once again, zone in there. Fanny finds a kill onto that Baksha, and right now Moscow falls down by Kadita. In the meantime, we can see the hard guard mark is onto that Max, but I feel like Echelon getting it. The Ruby going into the Corey QT right now. Okay, I heard about Benny QT, but here for Dickensons, it's Corey QT. And Corey QT is actually, giving a lot of good openings. But it's the Fanny who's kind of, late for the finishing though. Oh my goodness, all the bazooka into the action. Beatrix onto the way. Novaria right now going for the snipe, but a sliver of HP will be going back there. But can we see an engage coming in by the side of S right now? No. But this thing will
Yeah.
actually let them have the turtle. But yet, nobody is actually going for that turtle yet.
No turtle just yet because they want to drag this time around and just try to see if they can have an engage on that too, on the Fanny too. But yeah, the Fanny is just more gonna be focusing onto the blue buff than the turtle, so this is what exactly is gonna be doing around. But onto the top lane, they are able to get the turtle for the side of DNS, but they are losing out onto the control of this Mad Max into a place where he can try to go look for flanks. Something out here, Corey. Look at that.
Okay, my goodness. Just watch it out, guys. It's Kadita taking out Corey QT there. I mean, they went for the turtle dance, but now it's a free and uncontested turtle for the side of Team S. S is actually prioritizing this game for themselves. Okay, Fanny in the back line, maybe coming in for the retreat. Let's see. We're having the retreat here. Oh my goodness, it's Cap. It's insane. Incense retreat will be working there, claiming the turtle for the second time. And in the meantime, we can see the 1v1 goes into the hand of the Beatrix with the drip cut throat. Managed to take out Ruby there. It's actually 2-for-2 trade. Turtle and a kill, but they got 2 kills there. But we can say that DNS will have the fun right now. Okay, the Glorious Pathway as well as the Joan, all to the Beatrix. He's having a very bad position right now, fighting with the bazooka coming in. Once again, we're gonna see a snipe there. No snipe. Beatrix managed to escape and got some heal from the Angela as well.
That's a heal from the Angela coming through, and that was actually very good for Insane to win out the Retribution. But it's, them did not even use the Retribution, which was something very weird. But hey, look at the control coming in, just trying to get something out of that. But he's gonna be flying away because he does not have the required damage because of the heal coming out from the side of it. From Angela, Ace will be able to survive, but the turret will be falling down to the bottom lane. And this time around, I would say Pawansing hasn't been able to find something out across the board because he is on the Purify and he cannot really go 1v1 situation against a Beatrix who does have nothing to lose when he fights 1v1 situation. But Electro, I saw that, but we're not gonna be focusing on that because that's a Petrify missed. But the blue buff is gonna be taken by Insane again, and when he does take it, he'll be trying to force something out of it. But no wonder Executor was able to go 1v1 situation because he was having the Hassas clause into his hands, which means that he will be able to have that sustain against Pawan Singh too, and he's gonna be having the lead 2k goalie into his hands, so that's gonna be a very good setup for the side of Ascendria Echelon.
Okay, Cap just come in. I'm trying to take out the Beatrix there, but couldn't even spare the tier out onto the top, and it was a free tier for the side of S. Now you can see, the game is not so much into the hand of S as well. They're kind of holding this game. Okay, the Beatrix onto the Fanny there. Fanny at the Slaver of HP will be taking out. Oh my goodness, he was about to go. But the last 3 shots was on to her, and she just taken out in the meantime. We can see the Glorious Pathway popped up, as well as the Vision coming in. Bravest Fighter, 3-man out there. Hardguard is also on. In the meantime, this Beatrix is blowing out every situation for Corey QT will be taken out. And the Hylos as well. Roamer will be taking out the Hylos. It's actually a support who is taking out the tank. Okay, the Lord is on, guys. The Lord dance already started from the side of S, and it will be an uncontested Lord because Fanny cannot reach the at the time, and cannot go for the retreat battle there. Sodi got missed out, as well as we can see that Angela, Ruby, Beatrix, both of them are having the positioning well in this whole game. If you will see, every time we see a fight coming in, Angela will be ready to spawn into the fight with the hot guard, and that's the way Ruby also giving that rotation. And about the Beatrix, she's kind of clearing out the macro thing for herself because you know what, She first take out the bot tier and then went for the top. Right now, what a beautiful engage time. Hippie, rough waves. My goodness, triple for the Beatrix there. It was engage, super engage. I can feel so because it was triple kill into the mark. S right now, raining with the terror. Baksha, there you go. On to that Fanny. Okay, will we catch her out there? Can they go for the kill? No, Fanny managed to escape back into the safer zone right now with the Lord infiltrating into the tier 2 at the top lane. Holy blessings on. Chunky minions will be defended down easily, but wow, is the time to, retaliate back. Can you do it at this moment? Can you make the comeback? Haddad on once again. Baksha going against the Fanny. Fanny is also giving a lot of damage. Will be taking out the Baksha there. Two-man comes in. Rob is up. Well, and we're gonna see a killing spree for the Angela there. My goodness. In the meantime, Beatrix was doing a 1v4 and will be taken out by taking a kill as well. Array will falling down there.
Yeah, that was a good kill coming out from the side of Executor, I would say. But very retized, but he's so very rich. 10k already into his hands, and Pawan Singh is still stuck in his 7.7k gold, which is definitely not gonna be the best thing to this later part of this game. He's gonna be needing that win of nature to try to survive the onslaught coming out from the Beatrix as well, and he will be able to do so if they drag the game for a long time. But the solo, the kill coming in from Insane was actually good, but they were able to find a trade out. So I think Ascendria Echelon, they do still have the lead, but they have to be careful on how they're going to be trying to set up, because DNS, if they start to have a farm up Moskov onto their hands, they are going to be playing for him, and it's going to be really hard to counter a Moskov. But they also do have the Beatrix, so they have to be able to find something out of course the board if they are trying to look for anything here. But the Lord will be up in less than 30 seconds, and they will be trying to find a pick-off so that they'll be able to have the advantage. Look at that.
4-man SOD connected there right now in a very bad position. N3M will be taken out easily. Lapu Lapu comes in, but it will be a rough whips, but not actually the rough thing for the side of team. Okay, the bazooka, there you go. Hotguard about to come in for the Ruby, but it's actually a good decision coming out from the side of team DNS to just not taking a fight there and throwing some gold out. You know what, the Cap is actually having the retreat onto his hand, and he can also clutch for a lot as well. So I feel like if he'll go for it, he can get it as well. So they should wait at this moment, because for the first lot, oh my goodness, that was he was unaware about the Kadita in the bush. It was an ambush play coming out by the Electro, and this Electro just electrified that Novaria at the jungle.
Yeah, into the jungle indeed, and he will be falling down again. That's a good kill already coming in from the side of Electro, so there's gonna be lesser reason coming out for DNS here, but Array just around in the vicinity trying to stop Ascendria from taking this store. He does have the retribution, look at that.
Glorious pathway. Sodi will be messed down here. Let's see. Class steal. Oh my goodness. It's a class steal I was talking about. Beatrix will be full thrown onto that high loss, deleting him down from the game. But the Lord will be still on to the side of DNS. This match is not over, guys. They will be coming up with the Lord. But the inhibitor is right now in danger in the mid section, because they are right now going for this inhibitor. Pan coming in through there with a deep card throw, but they managed to take down the inhibitor. But now is the time that they should go with the Lord Beatrix onto the Lord defense there. Before, I think in the halfway, they can manage to defend this Lord. But Ruby with the engage onto the Cory Cutie. Cory Cutie versus Max. It's a EXP versus EXP. Do you think anyone will come and take a support for them? Okay, the snipe was there, dealing a lot of damage. Split push has been going on by Cap here, but will be defended down those chunky minions there. But that retreat still was literally onto the mark. We were talking about it, and it just happened.
It just happened. To be honest, I did not think Cup will be able to steal out that, but never mind, he did. So that's gonna be giving them a little bit of a free way to try to have a comeback. And now the best case scenario for the side of DNS is that they have Pawan Singh onto that Moskov who's starting to hurt. So that's gonna be something Ascendria has to be focusing on, because if you can see the build, he already gotten the Win of Nature, which is gonna be helping him have the utility against the Beatrix. But also Beatrix is already already full build here. Now Executor is gonna be the main damage source on the side of Ascendria Echelon, and they do have enough firepower to have that damage onto the side of DNS again. So one thing that's for sure is 1v1, Nam has to have the damage, the defenses items onto his hand, so Insane will not be able to get him down. But I think this time around, Insane gotta focus onto this Beatrix man, because he can actually bait out the wind of nature, and then there's gonna be a green light for the side of DNS to go in and have that Moscow deal the damage onto him as well. But he cannot really do that when there is also an Angela that is still hiding onto the backline most of the time, so as to avoid taken down by the Fanny.
1v1 once again going at the bot, and I think the hard guard mark was the thing. Fanny just goes back. She knows that,
Yeah.
I mean, Angela will comes for the support, so it is actually baseless to go for him right now. And you should wait for the Lord, because till now I don't want to use that ward, but it's kind of a gap there I see in the retreating for S. So, I mean,
Uh,
that's the thing. He got two turtles still. He got the Lord as well for the clutch. I mean, the only Lord Team S prioritized was the Fanny was not in the map at that moment. And when he just
yeah.
come, he didn't got the time to go for the Lord. So it's actually, I mean, they should aware of it, that if they first had to take care of the Fanny, because you cannot control a Fanny.
Oh,
She can come
what?
in anywhere. My goodness, what just happened off cam there? Kadita
What
with
is
a blow, instant kill, solo kill, whatever you can say it. Managed to take her down. Flicker comes up though. Bakshia going in at this moment. Ruby caught up there. Nobaria got down. It's a moment for the team S right now. Fanny at a sliver of HP. Bazooka about to come. Glorious pathway popped on as well.
Blue team base turret has been destroyed. Red team hero has been slain.
Oh my goodness, what is just happening there, Moscow? And oh my goodness, once again, she will be bursting her out. Godlike for the Kadita here. What a game coming in. And in the meantime, they just took out the Lord. This is the final blow Team S going to give onto the side for DNS. We are going towards the fourth game. The heaven calls is here because it's S. Oh, before that, a diversion onto the Lord side. I mean, they just managed to divert the Lord, but how much is the time to defend this base? Because they are going full through onto you. Vision comes in. You don't have anybody to defend it. Okay, the Bush comes in by the Ruby this time. It's a killing spree for him. Everybody is resurrecting back. The Lord and good S team will be taking out the victory here. The crown is up. It's a 1-1 score, guys. It's a tie right now.
It's a tie indeed, and what a good game coming in from the side of Ascendria Echelon. They found a win on the Beatrix, and they will be finding it again for now. Good leader, good gameplay coming out from the side of Executor onto this Beatrix. You know, you would have thought that when there is a Fanny presence onto the other side, you might eventually not have the best time of your life. But Executor, they playing it so well, able to kite away, kite in and kite out, a different kind of build coming through from him too, and he was able to solo kill on Pawan Singh as well, which was the highlight of this game eventually. And they are able to find a lot of momentum since the start from the gold lane side. This is definitely something we have to focus on. So DNS with two chocolates onto the side, which is surprisingly not into the hands of Insane. They have to rebuild what they are trying to go for here. Maybe the first phase Moskov isn't the best thing, or maybe try to play for the Moskov when you have a Moskov, because it is a late game hero. He needs a lot of protection. He's a very squishy, especially against a hero like the Kadita. You don't really have the ways to try to protect him most of the time. So Sandra Echelon, they already get their cards right. They have a MVP too, so it's gonna be Executor. Yeah, I mean, who says he can only play the Grandeur? He loves playing the Natan. He also loves playing the Beatrix, and the Beatrix also does well with him too.
Okay, now it's I mean that was a great game, but I feel like the Novaria thing, which I always say, it's kind of a situational pick, more of a utility, cannot give that much burst. And actually, if you'll see, the ambush from the Kadita was on to the point, on the mark actually. She finds two times Moskov in the late, with where the Moskov was totally needed for the game. And also the Novaria got busted down in the jungle. That was my favorite moment for
Yeah,
this Kadita, this Electro, who just
exactly.
electrified the whole moment for me. But now it's game number three, Debbie. Uh,
Yeah.
I was actually, when I saw the first game, I was actually fascinated by the play from Dickensons, obviously. But then
Mhm.
this game is actually a draft win, I can say, because in the draft they actually pointed out a good draft for themselves. So they won the 95% of the game at that moment, and then in the game as well, they did well, because the rotation wise, if you will see, it was quite good from the side of S, because the Beatrix is actually giving good rotation. She first take out the bot tier and then went for the top one, clear it out, went for the engage and managed to take down with the bazookas. And the Kadita I was talking about, all those ambush moments will be literally a big thing for the side of S to contribute onto this victory. But now, the third game we will be on soon. What do you feel? Can we see another victory from S, or it will be a 2-1 coming out from the side of Dickensons? Because you have known them throughout the whole tournament, so maybe you will say me a little bit about them, that how they retaliate in a BO5 series. Well, or I mean, they just have the confidence down after one lose.
The thing is, we don't really, Ascendra Echelons are the real underdogs, I would say, because the NS have been there for so long. They haven't have a change in their lineup as well, so they are very, very strong in this scenario. They do have a great synergy, but Ascendra Echelon is kind of a team that you don't know what they're gonna be pulling up, and I mean they are more comfortable on the hero that is into the utility side in the jungle. They love playing the Boxia and utilities, and they love getting the damage onto the hands of Executor most of the time. They are also a team that love to have that pick off into the mid lane and focus onto the mid tower most of the time. But this is a kind of a change up into their strategy, I would say, or maybe DNS are the ones stopping them from doing that strategy, so they had to go for a different one. But one thing that's for sure is that Ascendra, they are showing us a lot more that they could do here in this tournament. They have been rising, they have been improving time by time, and now that we can see the absolute demolishment coming in from them too, that was perfect. Again, of course, there was a little bit of a hiccup here and there. Yeah, losing retribution against Carp is not really a good thing. He's not really the best retribution user out there too, so that's definitely something that I have to focus on. But yeah, Executor, when he gets his comfort hero, they'll be able to do so. So Ascendra Echelon, if they draft for their goal laner again, they might try to win out this third game too. But DNS, they are so good in reading away their opponents too, so I can't tell it.
Of course, and now we'll be heading into the game number three straight, no breaks, and that's a good news for the viewers as well as for us. And
Yeah.
let me tell you that if this time they will be opting the Novaria, because last time I saw S playing a gay tournament, I saw them picking up the Novaria. I had a
Yeah.
talk with Tami at that moment that I don't feel the Novaria will work here great, but actually their Novaria is too great. I mean, it just controlled the whole match and got the MVP as well. So maybe this time we're gonna see the Novaria pick coming out from the side of S, or probably you can say that Insane should have, if he don't like that Xbox pick or Fedrin pick, he should ban out the utility. I feel so, because as you said, the last time these two teams played a match, they banned all. I mean, in all these says they banned the Bakshia. I heard about it from you. So maybe
Yeah,
this time
true.
they didn't win for it and they just gave up the match, but it's actually
Yeah.
fine, because you actually wants to see what term cards they have, what cards they will be throwing on to you. And the Bakshia card is actually a great card from the side of Ace. So you need to stop it
Yeah.
out in the banning section. You need to ban it out. You need to take it out from the draft. So this is how the game works. And you have the three chances. Probably the next game you'll have the first pick, so I'll not recommend a 1-1 ban from your side. Go for that Bakshia ban instead, and also they got a card from your side, that is Jukshin. So they will be banning the Jukshin in the whole 4 games. I feel so. Just like the
Yeah.
last game, they'll be running it out in the 3 games. So let's see. I mean, it is actually a bit tricky for both these sides how they want it to goes. But now, who knows? Anything can be happen. This game is all about the chances. It's all about the synergy and coordination and a little bit luck as well. I mean, sometimes we forget to ban something, so it's just like the 1-1 pick from the first match. They actually didn't win for that 1-1 ban, and it got into the hand of Dickensons, and they managed to take on the game. But apart from it, I'll say that both the teams are actually good. They are in the grand finals right now in the underdog thing. So obviously they had grind a lot in the whole series, the whole tournament. So they're here right now. But it's only the one team who wanna have the test the victory. So who it will be? I want to know from the chats as well. Whom do you support? Let me know. Hala Madrid or Vizca El Barça. Because I heard that they might telling me that Dickinson is actually Real Madrid for them, and FC Barcelona is none other than Esports. So, so let's see if Messi, Ronaldo, who will be having the Ballon d'Or this time.
Hey, that's a topic we can focus about. But DNS is more of a Man United kind because they have a lot of supporters, but they do not really get. Never mind, I'm gonna be starting a war out there if I talk about it. But okay, the thing is, DNS they have a big hero pool, I would say, but Ascendria Echelon also have different kind of hero pools that they can actually come out with. And I did mention that Nem love going for the utility into the jungle, but also there's one thing that he loved playing. It's the Hayabusa. So the Hayabusa is also a very very good option for them too. He does play good Hayabusa too. It's a very mean Hayabusa too. So I think DNS has been very consistent on banning that away. But the downside is that the first pick ones they don't really pick out the first pick Hayabusa. When you are onto the red side, you really have to pick out the red the give pick the Hayabusa when it's not banned, but only then they'll be able to do so. But the thing is, it's never been open. It's never been open. It has the same treatment like the Lancelot and the Yi Shen, and these two teams haven't been able to find wins with the Yi Shen, so they have been completely ignoring that hero too. And one funny thing is that when the Yi Shen was out of the meta, God was actually the one who usually plays the Yi Shen when it was completely rendered useless, and he was able to make it work. But now that it is in the meta, he hasn't been able to find anything with this Yi Shen. So yeah, you have to be really careful. I don't know what he's trying to do. He's very a different kind of breed, I would say. But the DNS right now they are picking. They are gonna be into the first pick, and Ascendria Echelon will be onto the second pick again. We have been waiting for this drafting phase, as so. Bucks, yeah, okay. The DNS have to ban the Bucks, yeah, right? Or the wait, what do they usually ban? 1-1, right?
Yeah, I mean, they shouldn't ban the 1-1. They have the first pick this time. They should go for
Oh
it.
yeah.
They should ban the Bakshia this time because the Bakshia was actually a bit problem in the last game. Even the healer, the Angela Bakshia combo is actually working out very nicely. And I was asking you that thing as well from the game, but still, when I was about to ask you, they just prioritized that Angela. Then my answer was there, so I didn't ask you anything. But then now I feel like this Baksha should be taken out, and you can go for a bet as well. I mean, bet means you can leave out the Lancelot and the Ishanshin. If they are prioritizing the Ishanshin, you can go for the Lancy. So it will actually works because Lancelot is kind of a counter for Ishanshin. Not a 100% counter, but a 50-50 counter for him. And even Hayabusa can works as you said from S, so they can go for the Hayabusa thing. So Ishanshin will not be a bad thing here, but if the Hayabusa is so good, it can cause a little bit trouble for the side of Dickensons.
Yeah, this is
Sebastian.
actually true. But yeah, Baxia is also gone. Now the Zushin have to be going because of course the Zushin has to go, right? Because DNS love playing the Zushin. So this time around, I think they should get a good mate. The Kadita also have to be banned, and the Hayabusa, like we already mentioned, and the Lancelot also gone. The Yishin can be gone here, but there's also the one that can be banned away. But they can ban the CC here too because even Corey Cutie was able to find a lot of ways to survive with the CC, create space for his team also, and get the damage going on for him as well. But yeah, there's a lot of ways to for Ascendria to choose their poison. But the thing is, the DNS have one first pick, and Ascendria Echelon have two picks that they can utilize with that one. So let's see what they can do here. They were gonna be choosy, right? They have to be very, very decisive on which one to ban here. What do you reckon? CC? Okay, they banned the 1-1. It's more
One
safe,
one.
right? So the Yishan
Yeah.
open. No, okay, the CC open. We have to play the CC here. Very, very good option. So it was a choice, right? Between who do you want to handle first. It's either the CC or the 1-1, and they choose to handle the CC rather than the 1.
Of course, I mean, when you ban out the 1-1, they got the trade for the CC. And CC is actually the winning lane hero in the EXP, and you can don't have any counter yet. Or else you can go for the
Oh,
Esmeralda if you want so much. But now is the time for the first up pick coming out from the side of S. They will not waste a single time to pick it up for themselves. And you know what? The Hayabusa and the Kadita is actually a respect ban as well. As you said, they have a good Hayabusa player, and the Kadita was
yeah.
actually a menace in the last game. She was actually taking out the backliners easily, ambushing very nicely. The position was too great in the team fight as well. The Rockways were working great on the Lapu Lapu to slow him down. So everything was contributing. You can say 100% contribution from that Kadita actually let them win that match. And that's the moment. I
Oh,
mean, when the ooh, ooh, ooh,
wow.
ooh. That's something hefty here. You ban the Haya, they ban the. I mean, they ban the Haya. You ban the Lancelot. Now is the Ishan Shin who doesn't have anybody to counter him down other than he will come up with an Amon in a tournament game.
Emma? Oh, wait. S. Now that you mention Emma, Eman is also in the hero pool for Nam too. He was able to use the Emon, so here we can see the Emon. Wait, never mind. It's gonna be too early, so he have to play something different. Oh, it's gonna be the joy that he have to use. So there we go. The joy is gonna be directly used as a counter for the Yi Shin. And the thing is, Ascendria Echelon already got in the hands of the Farsa too. So that's definitely gonna be a good thing because the Farsa can bring the Purify. But now that the Kalea is here onto the hands of Doom, this will be the first time he will be using the Kalea, which is funny enough because if we see the draft coming out from DNS, it looked like Ascendra's draft, and the draft coming out from the side of Ascendra, it looked like a DNS kind of draft. So they are trying to trade out their hero picks at this point. But oh, look at the Ruby ban though. They ban out the Rubies just because they want the Joy to have a playground for herself.
But I want to ask you: is the goal laner of Dickensons actually likes Ruby? They
He
already have
plays
a
anything.
CC.
No. He does not play the Ruby because he loves playing the damages more. You know, he's well versed on the
So,
Harris, the Claude, and the Granger, and Iratel
so
too.
no,
And
so
yeah,
no need to ban this Ruby out, nah,
no,
because
no, no,
already they
no.
got the CC there. So it's actually an West ban coming out from the side of S. I will
Yeah,
suggest. Because they
he's gonna.
already have that CC, and I don't think they would have gone for that sandwich meta, which actually I mean would have been a thing here because they got the CC out there, and the Ruby could have been a good thing. But therefore, I asked you, Pawan Singh is actually good with the Ruby, or he's only good with the goal laners, proper goal laners. As you answered me well that he don't like it, so I don't feel like this Ruby ban actually works here. But the Kimi into the action will be a great ban because the Kimi would have been a
Yeah,
great trade here for the Dickensons. They have a Ishan Shin, a Kimi, and
yeah,
another goal laner with a range would have worked
yeah.
better for them. But now it's already in the ban list, so there is a chance for Lilia to come in, or as you mentioned before, Selena.
Oh, Selena. I like me as Selena, bruh. Into the hands of Hemping as well. But they're gonna have to ban away the Phobias too because they don't really want to give away the Phobias. Because, in fact, the Phobias is one of the only. It's kind of a rare hero that kind of win against the CC into the team fights most of the time, mostly. So it's kind of understandable that the NSD take away a lot of EXP laners here. So Ascendra Echelon, what is gonna be good here? Now, if you pick out your okay, they can keep the XP pick here and pick away their gold laner first, or pick out their XP first and hide their gold lane again. See what DNS is gonna be picking. But the thing is, they usually go for the Farsa Granger combination. So if they also bring the Granger again, the Purify can be an option. So it can actually be good here. So Ascendria, oh, never mind. They wanna go for the Moskov instead. So this time around, DNS Herit. Herit is actually a good idea to go against a Joy
Moscow.
and a Moskov, right? So Herit or Iris. What are the choices?
Of course, you can go with a Harith, or you can also go for a Claude as well here. Nathan
The
can also be
Claude.
working out good. Bruno will be actually a great option, I will feel like. If I mean, just like if you'll remember Funny Valentine with the Bruno, if that kind of play
Oh,
comes in, will actually works here because you know what? A safe gameplay, you will not contribute into the team fight unless you are feeling that you are having the gold spike into your hand. Oh my goodness. Everything I was anticipating was not here, but something is here which will actually work
oh,
great for the side of the Dickensons. They have the Granger as well as they have the Valentina for their side. The AOG Fedorian side, there are two alts which can be the best copy for that Valentina right now. And the AOG will actually give them a lot more opening with the
imagine.
Tsunami Slam. Just think about the combo, Debbie. It's giving me goosebumps right now. Dickensons is actually going with a beautiful draft. If they will coordinate well, if they will synergize well with the early game and will have a lot of snowball for the Granger and the Ishan Shin, they will actually eat them raw. The whole S here.
Ascendra Echelon here, they have to pick out their roamer or a roamer slash XP laner. If they pick out the throw, I won't be surprised. But I don't like the throw here. So the Hilda. Oh, a Hilda. Okay. So that's actually a good pick, but that's gonna be lessening the amount of crowd control coming from the side of Ascendria Echelon and giving a lot of HP for DNS as well. But the thing is, Hilda is good to use into the lane against CC, so the Hilda can actually go into the XP lane and rotate around much faster and not go 1v1 situation with the CC too. So he will not be taken very low because the boosters, the steal that he is gonna be having is gonna be much more prioritized here in this scenario. So XP Hilda can be it right now. So the lineup is up here for both of these teams. A very high kill pressure for the side of Ascendra
Yeah.
Echelon and a very scaly hero for the hands of DNS. So early game, I think Ascendra got it, but the late game, if they drag this game to the very late, they do have two scaling heroes on their side, so DNS might eventually try to have that upper hand. But one thing though, Ascendra also have the Moskov, right? So one scaling heroes against two scaling heroes. So we're gonna be seeing who's gonna be coming out on top because it's gonna be the third match with 1-1 score already for both of these teams.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? Little bit opening, reason, as well as sustain and invasion. I'll probably go with a glue here rather than with a Hilda. I mean, you know what? Hilda has a sustain, I know, but glue would have worked better here because there is a Kalea. Valentina was also there. The backliner would have been a disruption. I mean, would have got a disruption if the glue would have been added to the S draft. It's okay. They didn't went for it. They went for Hilda here. But if Hilda is not going for the EXP, if Gatord is going for the EXP, then it's fine. If the Hilda is for the Rome here, let's see. No, Hilda is for the EXP. Gatord is going for the Rome. It is actually, I will feel like Blue would have been a better pick here for them. But it's okay. Let it be. Now we are here into the game number 3, guys. It's between Team DNS versus Team S. The score is tie, and right now, whoever wins will have a match point in the next game. This is the call. This is the way for this game, and already we can see a massive poke damage just come onto the Kalea, letting him just go back into the safer zone at this moment. She went for the mirror, but then the mirror literally got a crack there with the damage coming on Ursa.
Yeah, so as we are looking for the max, it's gonna be the Hilda onto the XP lane, which is much of a better choice because April is more well versed onto the Satyr hero, so he's gonna be trying to do as much as possible onto the Gadot Gata, which he have been consistently also using. But onto the top lane though, Executor actually winning out onto the trade with the XP bar here. DNS have to focus onto the top lane here this time around because Pawan Singh right now is not really having the best of the time. Funny enough, he's using the SNG skin, which we usually jokingly call him SNG most of the time because he loves playing that skin and that hero in particular too. So Right now, I think it's gonna be a very very slow game for the NS, but Ascendria Echelon they can be heavily pressuring onto those lanes most of the time, but it's not really happening, right? They are not really giving out the pressure, but they are not even losing it either.
Of course, and now the river is spawning down there onto the bot side. That means it's the time for the turtle to come in. And there, before the turtle comes in, there is a possible or potential gank out onto the EXP. Valentina coming in, unaware of everything, will be going back. Can he be taken out? No, Flicker comes up, forcibly to be into the safer zone. Actual Flicker, I mean, it was needed at the moment. Otherwise, he would have taken out. But the turtle dance already started. In the meantime, I can see the electrifying baits coming in as, oh my goodness, S is there as well. But the damages are also being picked up, and Cap is going back line, but it will be a burst onto the Kalea, and the first blood will be secured down there. In the meantime, AOT will be vested down onto the jungle. They might go back at this moment. And I feel like the retreat, everything is gone out, so it's a free turtle farming for the side of DNS.
Yeah, they're trying to go for the free turtle, but they have to lose out their Roman right now. But it's very, very worth it. It's very
Yeah, yeah.
because the Yichun requires really need that first turtle for that, so that's definitely gonna be aid for them as well. But even executor, I mean not executor, Ascendria Echelon also knows that, so they do not really want to contest it when they do not have the retribution. So that's one kill onto the board, just one kill, but the goal is definitely onto the hands of DNS, but it can be catch up. But the thing is, the goal lane is actually winning out onto the trades of these HPs, so yeah, they have to play it a very good way where their gold laner can be farming up, but also the same scenario for the side of DNS too. The first bill is not up yet for both of these teams, and I think a Starlamp side into the hands of Joy will be the first bill, which is very different from what God have went for into the last time he was playing the Joy. So that's definitely something that we have to focus on. But War X is gonna be the first bill for the side of CC. So when he get the War X, it's gonna be dealing out the true damage, which is gonna be making him a lot more.
Of course. And now you can see that onto the mid side, probably there will be a lot of disturbances coming in because Kalea and the Co are actually getting ready to take on to the Forza. But Forza is having the Purify, so I will not suggest that thing to comes up here. But on the top lane, look at that. I mean, Granger is having a little bit trouble there with the Moscow and the rotation given out by the Gatotkacha here. But in the blue buff, you can see that Joy will casually take it up and will come on to the fight at this moment in the mid as we see the Gatotkacha is engaging over there. And you know what? The goal lead is not much here. It is just 700 for the side of DNS. Even though they haven't started their notebook yet with a kill, but they got the trade of Turtle for themselves. So they're having the goal lead because of that EXP they just stole out onto the Turtle side. But now it's onto the Hilda. She is actually onto the top. My goodness, she comes up though. Oh, that tsunami snap got it call. Everything got burned down before the turtle onto a Hilda was not actually a good thing, I will suggest. Now the turtle dance starting out from the side of DNS. They might get it out with an uncontested way. AOG comes in. Four people got caught down. Retreat comes from Insane. He will be securing the turtle there with the kills coming in. Forza with a feather airstrike, giving a lot of damage from the backline. The Totkasha fall down there. It's a 2-for-1 trade coming out from DNS, having a kill and having a turtle as well.
Having a kill, having a turtle, and winning out the retribution too. What is got on actually? I'm kind of worried. This is not gonna be him. I'm sorry. Yeah, but it is him. That was a good win at that. That's we thought. Oh, never mind. Look at the Kalea though.
Oops, the tsunami slam. Oh my goodness, missed it! Missed it due to the purify there. As Sodi comes in, hell a lot damage from that tier, but couldn't manage to take him down, and that was a beautiful escape by the Moscow. This is why, I mean, there is two purifiers for those two backliners. Even the flicker is on. Mountain Chopper inside the tier. Ishan Shen, my goodness, that damage was insane, just like the name of the jungler. She just managed to mountain shock away that Joy there. Now Feather Airstrike comes in, as well as Ishan Shen will be taken down. A revenge has already been done from the side of Ace.
I think that's actually a classic insane move, man. When he gets so excited, he kind of loses the sense of the map and yeah, got pulled down right there. If he did survive there, it could have actually be a worth it trade for him taking out the jungle right there. But yeah, he was a little bit greedy for the blue. But then again, a lot of a map vision from the side of Ascendria coming through from them as well. They have a good read on where the Yisensin was gonna be, so they were able to do so. But Max trying to get something against Cody Cutie, but will not be able to. But one thing kind of wanna mention is that Executor has been actually free forming. There's just one engage coming through for him as well. It's just a bait on the Purify, and now his Purify is gonna be up again, and there's no sign of DNS trying to get something against their goal laner, against the goal laner for the side of Ascendria Echelon. But yeah, they're gonna be able to take one turret up on top, and they're gonna have to focus on this turtle again. So there's a ton of fights right now. You know, in fact, Ascendria Echelon were the one who have that early game and trying to have a good setup, but this time around, DNS, they are all over the place.
Obviously, because of the objective specified game, you will say that, but now Moscow is 2 away from the overextension. AOG comes up. Oh my goodness, will we cut him off as well? Feather strike from the behind, giving a lot of damage, as well as a feather strike from the Valentina works great. But no fatalities from both these sides is actually a great escape for the side of Team S. Otherwise, they would have lost 2-3 trades there, I feel so. But you know what? I'm not biased here for DNS, but I would love to see them in the finals. I mean, playing the top dog match, because I want to see if IGN or LCF, whoever qualifies for the finals, there will be two retreat god there as well, Respect and Serarmon. And I want to see Insane to fight with those retreat gods, and I will see who will be contesting the Turtle and Lord there. But now, Hilda going for the zone, and will be getting a lot of damage in back as well. Feather strike comes in, lot of damage onto the CC. Will be going back down there, zoning out the perfect situation. And going back as well. This is a good defensive setup coming out from this side. Feather strike got into the hand of Valentina this time. Oh my goodness, Gatot Gacha will be deleted down in this fight. It's a 1-for-none trade coming out from DNS after a 3 minutes actually. They got the kill after 3 minutes. There were a lot of fights in this 3 minutes, but no kills was there shared by anybody.
Yeah. You know, the thing is, this is actually the Ascendria versus DNS that we are already used to. They don't really go for the brawl. They went for the brawl into the first game and it turned out so bad. Now they are playing it very, very slowly already. The brute force breastplate into the hands of Corey Cutie right now, having a little bit of a momentum. But Nam, he have the ways to walk away. Mountain Stalker though, he will not be chased upon. But the top lane though, there's something.
Oh, top lane, Curtain Call, a lot of damage from the CC there. But again, as I said, they are playing actually very defensively, and they're actually going back as well. But this time, I mean, literally, you know what? I feel like you cannot contest a lot when Insane is going for it, because his retreat is always onto the mark. So it's like it's futile to go and contest for the Lord when he's at the Lord. You have to take him down to go for the neutral objective. I feel so in the whole 3 games. I mean, every time he's there, he will securing it. I don't know how it's working, but it's working there. Therefore, I told you, I want to see this guy playing against Sarar Moon and Respect. I want to see. I literally am deliberately waiting for this moment.
It's kind of weird, right? It's kind of weird to see Insane win out the Retribution. This is not a usual occurrence. It's not normal as. So it's kind of a weird thing that has been consistent winning out the Retribution against Nem. Because even last night, he wasn't able to find success onto the Retribution. He must have been having something that can make him improve, you know, in one night with the Retribution. But look at the dive, Nem.
Electrifying Blades, Feather Airstrike as well, but will be going back there. Oh my goodness. I mean, if one chance would have been there, they could have taken 2 trades there, but it's okay. You have to hold the game down. So that's what is doing right now. But the Lord onto the top side is going and infiltrating the base. The inhibitor on the top. Blazing just gone on. So we'll be defending down this Lord easily. But they have to wait for the second Lord, I feel so. But they could have taken a tier in the mid as well.
Yeah,
They want the game. Oh my goodness. Oh, Tsunami Slam. There you go. Feather Strike from both these sides. 2 Feather Strike working there. Granger got down. Holy Crystal will be accumulated. In the meantime, is the Joy taking down the Kalea. 2-man down from the side of Team DNS. They lost 2 man there, and now we're gonna see a fight not being coming up from them because it's a time to dismantle and go back into the safer zone as you have to
Uh-huh.
wait for the second lot, and it's actually a retaliation coming out from S. If you will see the micro, it's kind of same, but if you will talk about the macro, it's right now in the hand of DNS. Even the micro is, I mean, the gold lead is in the hand of DNS, but still there is a lot of time to equalize it. It's a 6k goal lead, so S need to do a lot of work. And the main thing is you need to have the neutral objective, and there is the retreat god standing against you, or maybe you have the retreat gap for yourself as well. And I'm not sure. So you have to take the lord. You have to contest the lord against Insane. Maybe he's having a 16, 17 stack on the retreat. I don't know.
12, one thing that's kind of funny is that it's already 12 minutes of this game, and both of the kill equal, if you total, it's just 7 kills onto the board. So that's definitely a slow game we are seeing. A lot of engages happen, and it was actually DNS who engaged and lose out 2 members, which was definitely not the best choice so far. But BOD onto the hands of Gami already, which is going to be hurting quite a lot. But Trinity build already built up for Executor onto this Moskov. Also Zero that so far onto the Purify. He is able to survive most of the time with the engage coming in from the side of Are, and he hasn't been able to find the right movement to have that cooldown of that Purify. So I think this is a very very safe playing Moskov, but he have the gold that he's requiring, and when he get the one more item on his kit, that's definitely gonna be the best case scenario for them, and that is where the point of the fight is gonna be starting for the side of Ascendria Echelon. But this time around, look at that though.
Oopsie, there is a fight coming in, and now, I mean, eventually it is an uncontested Lord. I will not say if jungler is there, not there, doesn't matter anymore. It's eventually goes to Insane, so it is what it is, guys. So, but in the meantime, the jungle falls down by the Granger. It was a solo kill for the Granger, though. The Rhapsody did work great. But you know what? I feel like Moskov should have went for the split push because he got the SOD. He can join into the team fight from the back door with SOD's help. So, but he's not doing that thing. And the second game is just the vice versa of this game as well. I mean, just a mirror of this game as well because they also have the Moskov in that game, and the Moskov didn't got the time to get the spike. And this time also it is happening, but the thing is, Ace is having the Moskov this time. Lord is going inside the base. Feather airstrike coming in from both the sides. Lot of damage onto the backliners this time. And here you go, the Mountain Shocker with a shutdown there. Avi, I mean, April will be fine, but the Lord will be defended down as well. Managed to defend once again the Lord. The S is actually pulling the strings away this time. They're taking it to the rough thing. They're taking it to the nerve-ending moments for them.
Actually, that this is very good for DNS. The discipline coming out for them, they were able to get the top lane inhibitor. So get back, and try to farm up again. Wait for the Lord and start again. But this time around, look at that Tsunami Slam.
Oh, Tsunami Slam as well as the Mountain Shocker there. But the Kalea will be taken down. Moscow with the damage there. Slain all through the CC. 2 for 1 is the trade right now. And it is actually working for the S Esports. They're kind of making the statement for comeback. But it is what it is. I mean, you need to take out the jungler. Otherwise, you cannot go for the... I mean, neutral objective. This is what I'm saying from the beginning. Because of the retreat he is having, you're having a lot of problem. Even in the second game, it was a game of yours, but you are losing the neutral objectives at that moment as well. So
This is
let's see how it goes.
when you have the retribution accuracy, you kind of have a lot of advantage. And this time around, DNS have a story of their own to tell. That club has been able to secure a lot of retribution also. But Ascendria Echelon, they are showing signs of a comeback, and this is what they really want to do because they have 4 items already onto the hands of Executor. Onto that Moscow Zero dead still. He does have the Purify too. So whenever there's an engage coming in from the side of DNS, he can purify away and slide himself back into the safer zone, which is why DNS hasn't been able to end this game. 1 inhibitor is all they are going to be taking, and now the Lord will be up in less than 20 seconds, and all the positions of Ascendria Echelon, they are trying to see if DNS are trying to have a setup for this Lord this time around, so they are going to be strolling onto the side here, but that's going to be a little bit of a reason. But full build already into the hands of Yi Sun-sin, level 15. He's going to be able to do so much more, but yeah, he's still gonna be have to play it safe. Even with the win of retribution, that's gonna be there as a potential set. Look at that.
Yeah, once again, Engage coming in. This time the feather airstrike from the backline, dealing a lot of damage once again. As well as we can see, it's Team S who is going back down there. And the immortality popped off. Oh my goodness. Once again, a free, uncontested Lord coming up for the side of DNS. But no, no, no. There is a catch, guys. There is a catch. The whole side of S is also joining to for this Lord dance as well. And you know what? At this moment, I feel like someone needs to go into the back line and catch up the Fursa if you want to take on the victory
Yeah.
for yourself. Oh my goodness, Hilda coming in for the engage. It was a bait though, but CC will be checking out Hilda there. Fursa with the, oh my goodness, SOD connected. Vengeance popped up. Moscow couldn't manage to take down the CC there, and the attacks went to the Lord. I mean, only 2 hits, the CC would have been taken down, but the attacks went to the Lord, and it's a 1-for-non trade. The Hilda
Yeah.
goes down with TC getting into the safer position.
Hmm. I think it's because of the vengeance that he was able to. No, he wasn't trying to hit. He was having a second thought on whether to hit the CC or not. But that's gonna be the feather airstrike being stolen away again. Executor. He's doing something here.
You can do that. You can do that from the backside as well. You are not insane. I mean, he was about to go for the retreat clutch, but it was insane. Once again, going for the Lord for himself. This guy is insane. Literally insane. I mean, I don't know, but he's working beautifully with the Lord and clutch steal every time I see in this whole game, in this whole 3 games. And even though he was standing in the back door, N3M, but couldn't manage to take out from him. But now it's time for the Lord to enter into the base. And let me tell you, they should have waited for some minutes more. It could have been an enhanced Lord for them. Now it's a normal Lord, maybe taken out in the halfway. N3M as well as Executor Zay is there already. And from the bot section, we can see a fight coming in. Gatot Kasha got down there. Inhibitor falling down as well. Only a inch of HP Farsa backing down into the base at this moment, and those chunky minions about to come into the base. Is it the end for the side of S Esports? Let's see what will happen, because once more again, Engage coming in. Hilda caught off guard there. Joy finds the kill on the Kalea. Granger from the backline with the Rhapsody managed to take down the Joy. It's the Moscow falling down. Only the Force are standing there, but not much to defend the base. The crown is up, and it is the 2-1 score coming up for the side of DNS. They are leading the way for the victory in this BO5 series against S Esports.
W gameplay, W retribution coming out from Insane, and oh my goodness, that's 100% retribution coming out from him in this game, in this tournament in particular. What a perfect one at that, I would say. Well played. Both of these teams, Ascendria, Echelon, show signs of how they could be better in playing that execution way, but they haven't been able to find a footing. They haven't been able to find the opening to try to set up for their Moskov. 0 deaths it was, but he wasn't able to handle that much pressure coming in from the side of DNS. And like you already mentioned, the retribution coming out from Insane, very very interesting. He was able to get all those Lord, and the failed steal coming out from Nem as well. I think Insane's gonna be having a contender on who's gonna be having the worst retribution in this tournament so far. But yeah, that's a lot of damage already for DNS, and less kills. You know, there's no brawl. There's also almost always a setups, but there haven't been any casualties. They are very objective minded, so very disciplined. Even Ascendria Echelon, they don't really go for the risky plays. They stick to theory, and even DNS have been uncharacteristically very disciplined in this match so far, and they are able to find so many ways to get that momentum.
Believe me or not, even if it is late night, I still want to up, and I want to ace to win this game as well. The 4th game. I want a 5th game decider for this BO5 series, because it is not a good thing that it will be ending in the 4th game, because the match point this time will be obviously into the hand of the side of Deaconsons, but they need to. Obviously, they need to take on the game number 4 with a contesting one against S Esports, what I believe. So Esports should come up with a good draft this time against them. And even I think that, if you're not optimizing the objectives, then you should take out Cap from the battlefield as well. I mean, you should take him down, and then you should go for the turtle or the lord if it is a problem for you. So that's the thing. And you know what I told you? if they will catch up the backliner, that is the Forza, or maybe the frontliner, one of the frontliner, they can easily take on the game. And that was happened in the last way when they went straight for the Forza. They couldn't got it, but the Gatotkacha got down there. Even Hilda from the top went a little bit overextending and got down. So that was the moment when the two frontliners got shut down, and it was an opening, whole opening for the side of DNS to enter into the base and just finish up the game for them. Now we're here into the next, the fourth game of this BO5 Grand Finals of Underdog. It's a 2-1 score from Dickensons, having a lead in this series. But how much time is there for this lead to go on? Because the bans are coming up from the Esports is Jushin and CC this time. Okay, you didn't ban the CC the last one, but this time you're going for the CC ban. So it's a respect. As I told you, Baksha and Jushin will be banning in the, I mean, all these games after the showcase they did the last two games. So it is what happening here. But the Kadita as well getting a respect from the side of S1. I mean, from the side of DNS once again because of the
Mhm.
second game pass, you can say.
Yeah, of course. This is I'm almost used to the bands coming in from both of these teams, especially the first three bands. 1-1, Baxia, Kadita, Ghost, the Hayabusa also is open. Oh wait, Ascendria can go for the Hayabusa here, man. Go for the Hayabusa. Go for the Hayabusa. Never mind, because still there is a lot of other options that they could go for, but I would say, Hayabusa into the hands of Nem is actually a winning condition for them also. Even though he love playing the utility, he find ways to help these Hayabusa play in a good position. But the thing is, Yusansin is still also out there, but he hasn't been able to find a win on the Yusansin. So there we go. Hayabusa is gonna be picked away because there's no threat coming out from the side of the DNS right now. So let's see what is gonna be the pick coming in. You really want to go for the Hayabusa? I mean, for the Farsa when there is already a Hayabusa, or even Fovias, Lapu Lapu, Gatot Kacha is gonna be a safer choice of pick here for the index. But oh, the Kalea, I've completely forgotten the Kalea. A very, very good counter for any kind of assassins.
Okay, yeah, and the Hayabusa this time will be getting into the hand of, as you mentioned, they have a good
Oh,
Hayabusa player. So I feel like a lot of heroes are open for your side as well. You can go for the Ishanshin once again with the Haya against you, and it might cause a little bit problem. But if you got the Harley Snowball, you're actually good in it. I saw in the last game, so you should go for it. Otherwise, you can also prioritize a Fedrin here for yourself if he goes for the utility side. But as I heard that he's not a player of Xbox, so I don't feel like he will go for those utility picks. So I feel like this game will be assassin versus assassin. Fursa and Kalea being out there, I feel like a Badang should come in this time because the Kalea was a menace in the last game. Even though the Purify was working good against her, but still the Kalea was giving a hard time to the backliners. I mean, going and giving a lot of caps there. Oopsie, it's the bravest
what?
fighter, the fighter of fighters. That is a Lapu Lapu, and this time they're actually going for the Harith.
Uh-huh. Harris under the gold lane against the Farza. Huh. Okay, this is very ballsy of Ascendria Echelon to do this, but it's actually also very good because now there's gonna be stopping DNS to go for the Joy, so the Fanny will come through again, I would say. Or wait, Redrin. I mean, the four ways is still there, yeah. So the four ways gotta be here since Ascendria Echelon went for the Lapu Lapu already. So four ways under the hands of Gori Cutie for the first time. He got his four ways open. So that's definitely a very good pressure coming out for the side of the NS onto the early stages of this game already. So they can play it a little bit slower onto the gold lane side. If they what should they ban here? Okay, the mazes are there. Novaria ban. I think they can handle the Novaria because they do have the Kalea already, but what are the choices? Thank you for that. Okay, they still ban the Novaria. Okay, so Ascendra Echelon. What could they ban here? Gold lane, right?
Lancelot,
They have to focus
Insistent,
onto the gold lane or to jungle.
Lancelot,
Wait, they can ban the Fanny though, right? Because Fanny is good
yeah,
against the highest.
Fanny, Lancelot, Ishan Shin. A lot of things are there
Oh.
to get banned, but no, they will be going for the Moscow onto the goal. That means
Mm-hmm.
they have a thing that might Dickensons will be going for the Moscow pick against the Harith, and it will actually And I can't say it will actually work or not because I'm pretty sure that Harith can counter a Moscow bout easily. So I don't know
Uh-huh.
why they went for the Moscow ban. Maybe a respect ban because they have a someone who can. I mean, Pawan Singh is actually comfort with his Moscow that he can go against a Harith as well. That may be the reason. But against a Harith, I feel like Beatrix can also work. So if Pawan Singh can go
Yeah.
for the Beatrix, he can
Oh,
actually win for it.
yeah.
Even the Irithel as well. I mean, Irithel can,
Yeah,
you know what?
Beatrix
Irithel got the mobility with the sprint, and if Harith is going for the Zaman Force and Chrono Dashes, then she can dodge it out easily. So they should ban the Irithel, but there will be a lot of options open into the jungle. Hayabusa is there, so maybe we can see a Fanny as you mentioned, or Shin a double S tier jungle, a Lancelot as single S tier jungle, and then there are other fighter junglers as well. A lot of
I
options. Even Joy could be a thing.
Oh, Joy, Joy. Wait, the Joy is actually handleable because the Yisens, not the Yisens, the Hayabusa and the Harit is also already there, so Joy shouldn't be banned here, I think. So the Fanny can be banned, or even the Grandeur is still out there. Okay, Yisensin, they opted to go for the Yisensin when they already have the Hayabusa, but it's still a valid choice, but now they're gonna have to pick up something here. Jungle. No, 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 they cannot go jungle now. Wait, they can, but. If they
See?
go for the gold lane here, it might actually be good. Claude is also an option.
Irithel.
Okay,
Okay.
they
No
still go
Irithel,
for
no
Granger
Cloud.
against Harry, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's still fine because DNS have this thing where even if they see an Irrital onto the other side, they will pick out the Granger. So that's something. But now Ascendria, they need a setter. They need an initiator that can come toe to toe with the Kalea. If they pick the Cho, it would be good, but the Cho is not the best option here. They need something more tanky. Hylos against the Phobias and the Kalea can work. What are the choices?
Gato can be an option as well.
Oh,
I mean,
Gato.
Gato,
Okay.
Badang as well. This two can comes up. Even in the mid, you can also talk about the Selena here or Alilia
Selena.
for the burst. You need a burst as well because, but there would be a lot of magic if Gato and mid laner will be prioritized here because Harith is already there. So I feel like you should go for a physical tank, something like that. And having a Hayabusa there, okay, I told you, Selena would be a thing, and it is now a thing for FL. And
Hylos.
as Toby mentioned, well, that is high loss could be a thing. So it could be, it's not quick, it will actually be a thing. And my
Oh,
man
look at
just
that!
heard me as well. Everybody was, okay, chaps, now you're wrong. You're telling me that he's not a utility jungler, but he is going
No,
for
no,
a
no.
utility jungler with the
I have
Fedrin
an
out
excuse.
there.
I have an excuse.
And
This
actually,
season,
he will do great here with the Fedrin against the
yeah,
Hayabusa.
because
But I
I mean,
literally will say that this cross is kind of tilting towards us, as might have done a good draft too, and kind have a upper hand in this game. I'm not sure, but I feel so. And even viewers also want this because we all want a fifth game.
yeah. The Fredrin, I thought the Fredrin was actually gonna be picked away into the first phase. So when they didn't pick out the Fredrin that early, you thought I had a thought that maybe they wanna go for the Fanny again. But this time around, it's gonna be the Fredrin. So we haven't been able to see it on stream because he was playing the Fredrin offline. So we'll be able to see it now against Ascendria Echelon with a lineup that have a Selena onto the hands of Electro and Nam on his comfort as well. So they don't really want to brawl out the assassin against an assassin. They want to brawl out the assassin against a utility. So that's gonna be the Fredrin. He's been practicing for a month now. So let's see what he can do with this. A lot of tanky frontliners already for both of these teams. Three setups for DNS and Ascendria Echelon have a two for themselves, but they also have a lot of vision and a lot of nuisance coming out from that arrow that's going to be coming through from Electro as well. So we're going to have to see how the execution is going to be happening out. But Ash, I gotta go because Ray is going to be casting this game with you. So Ray, have
No
your
worries,
Okay.
of
seat.
course, Debbie. Thank you for covering it. So great casting over there. Even though you're very sick, and it's very obvious because you remember what I told you about your voice, right? Yeah. Not that it's
Mhm.
bad. I think that it's good. You understand what I mean, right? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we're going to be diving into the fourth match of this, basically the underdog finals, as we'll get the top one. After all, which is really crazy because after all, this is Northeast Underdog Tournament. So I feel like this is a very huge highlight, even though not many people might care for the Underdogs video. And of course, that's why we're streaming, that's why we're casting over, even though it's basically going to be midnight by the time this game ends. And if a fifth game happens, of course, Ashizi, he's hyped up. Looks like he's not out of energy just yet. I am though, but seeing his energy, I'm a little bit refreshed. So STG, you up for a fifth game? Is it?
but
Oh my god!
My goodness, first blood this time from S. I told you, S this time with the statement that they will be playing the fifth game. They will be giving a contest towards DNS. Even though DNS managed to take on the third game for themselves, but this time it is for the S. They have a good draft.
Ascendria Echelon, it's just, I mean, Ash, remember, obviously in NCC, this team actually was the first one who got the Maniac. Nem's Hayabusa was actually the first Maniac in the tournament. Pretty crazy, isn't it? So yeah, this guy on a Hayabusa is a really huge threat. And giving out that Hayabusa again might have been a little bit of a mistake over here. But we'll find out soon enough. Overall, at least, we'll have to first of all, go through everything. So far, at least just the first blood. It doesn't really set a precedent, but it does set up one precedent that who might be getting the turtle. Let's see what happens because the Fredrin with the bonk, of course, the Appraiser's Wrath is going to be mattering a lot, especially into later team fights. But we'll soon see, right? Turtle being spawned in, and we're most likely going to be seeing the first team fight coming in pretty soon. They want to go for Electro, but Insane, better watch out. Look at that.
What Shadow with the Oogie Shadow kill. Bravest Fighter comes in as well. Fred will be taken down before the totals comes in. Is the Esports coming in with the engage this time. Phobius with the Infernal Pursuit going in. Might take down the high loss. Yup, it will be 1-for-1 trade right now with the turtle coming in for the side of S. Okay, it's not over yet. Infernal Pursuit once again. And Hayabusa with the Quad Shadow wants to go back. Will they managing to escape? Let's see what happens. I don't think so. Yeah. It will be a slaughter there for the Kalaya onto the Haya.
No surprises there, 2-4-2 score, and the turtle still goes into the hands of Ascendria Echelon, and with it, they have set up a little bit of a good advantage, but we have to look at into the kills. Nem is the one with 2 kills on the other side. The kills are actually separated to the roamer and the UXP laner, not the best thing, right? That's the difference that it makes. Sometimes the scoreboard might be the same, but you have to look at into who's the one getting the kills. And the one getting the kills is the jungler compared to the XP and the roamer, and because of that, Ascendria Echelon is still on the lead. Not to mention the turtle is obviously a plus point. We'll have to wait 70 seconds, basically a minute and 10 seconds to see who's going to be taking the next one. Okay, nothing much, but oh, the stun does land in, but can't really initiate just yet. A lot of warning skills, but oh, Nem solo kill down onto the top lane, and with it, they are back to 3-4-2, going very neck to neck. After all, this is game number 4. If DNS wins this and one out, Ascendria Echelon will, I mean, they're still the second position, but still, being the winner of the underdog brackets, being the champion for the underdogs is obviously a huge flex, isn't it?
Obviously, and now one more engage. Ming coming out there. Zaman Force popped up. It will be Kalaya's last spray though. She will be taken down easily. Forza was about to give us support there, but it was late to save up the Kalaya though. And now this, oh my goodness, Abyssal Trap with the Quad Shadow coming in, with the Oogie Shadow kill as well. 3 things, and the Forza will be deleted down. S is kind of having the upper hand and going full on through the DNS this time.
Yeah, Ascendria Echelon having 5 kills already kind of shows that they want a game number 5 as well. 1.6k goal lead, not much just yet. So the side of Dickensons have actually made up a good, what I would say, a good process, I would say, right? Basically, they haven't lost it just yet. We'll have to wait out and see what's happened. A lot of poking left and right. The Lapu Lapu and the Phobius, a little bit of a classic matchup over here. But we might see the second turtle Victor, who gets a turtle soup for themselves. Look at the engage coming right up.
Before that, this time the high loss is going to engage. Glorious Pathway popped up. Once again, Hayabusa going in. Will be checking out the first out there. The backline it will be clean up, but the Infernal Pursuit will help away that high loss from the game as well. Maybe a double. No, it will be for Phobius taking down the Lapu Lapu. 2-man down. A free turtle coming out for the side of DNS.
Surprising immediately, the side of DNS just made a little bit of a clap back because look at that. I wouldn't say clap just yet because it's not exactly, you know, forward biased. It's more of a the thing that it is going a little bit head to head, Ash. So because of that, I would say it's just a slight bounce back. Nothing much just yet. DNS have still something to cover, but Pawan Singh on the bottom lane will get a little bit of a macro advantage, and because of it, that will look at the mid lane.
Ooh, see what is happening in the mid. Selena got down with the tsunami slam with the Feather Airstrike coming in, as well as Harith going in, and the Quad Shadow connected on the Fredrin. Will not be going for the engage though, but give a little bit of poke. But that was a lot of things into the mid. When the camera just went to the mid, Selena was in the air, and now Zaman Force once again connected, and High Loss going with a glorious pathway.
Yeah.
There you go, Bravest Fighter comes in. It will be Harry taking down the Phobius. 3-man coming in as well. Hayabusa is far away, going a split push, but right now 3-man with the 4-man off. Okay, in the meantime, Granger managed to find a kill onto the High Loss right now, going on to the second one. Appraiser's Wraith got missed down, as well as the Feather Airstrike. Abyssal Trap also didn't just get connected onto the first but right now Harold going solo onto the two people. Tsunami Slam comes in as well. Hayabusa joining into the team fight of the Oogie Shadow kill. Poor man there. I don't feel so he'll be taking anyone. He comes up as well, but this time the first will be there. The penetration from the magic will be taking out the Fedrin, sending him to the heaven. Execution proper from the side of S right now with the 8-7 score and a 1k lead into the goal.
Nem just got shut down by that burn damage that came in from the far side. The glowing one really came in clutch, and with him getting shut down, they're kind of in a little bit of unequal position. Look at the pressure that they're trying to put into the bottom lane to Ashes. Will they be able to take down? Good backup, but is it enough?
Yep. I feel so, because this time they will be taking out this Lapu here. Lapu is gonna be trapped. Okay, Flickers comes up at a beautiful moment. Hylos going in as well. Tsunami Slam inside the tier, getting a lot of damage, but the Flicker will also help the Lapu to go back there. What a way. I mean, this was a beautiful way to escape, but now 4-man is already set up there for the total dance, and I don't feel that Hayabusa will come in and will clutch for this turtle.
Yeah, and with it, looks like I don't think they're in any kind of a position to go for the... Oh, Selena's trapped though. Better watch out. Yeah, don't miss it. Insane is going to be able to get, of course, the turtle to his team. The last one secured for one his as well. Despite the fact, look at that, Ascendria Echelon still leading with 1,000 goal lead. 8-7 score, 8 minutes in. And it's really impressive how these both of the teams are really going neck to neck. The Kalia comes in.
Tsunami Slam, Infernal Pursuit, Granger with the final blow onto the High Loss. The frontliner perished away from the map. It's time to take on another engage onto the S. But what I feel like overextension is being shown by S now. I mean, you have a goal lead at that moment, and Hayabusa is kind of onto the split push, losing out the objectives. And I don't feel like losing out the objectives will give you a lot of spike into the late game.
Absolutely, of course, because losing out like that, it's going to be really, really impactful, considering the fact that any kind of over-exceeding is been getting punished by their side. So they have to make sure they do not make it, because look at the score, it's 8-8. That basically means that the score... Okay, even the goal lead was actually pretty same, but just a little bit advantage into the hands of Ascendria Echelon. Look at the itemization, though. Hayabusa gets the Blade of Despair. Look at this. 6,000 gold. Oh my god, that's basically 2,000 extra compared to Insane on that Fredrin. Let's remember, though, looks like, oh, the stun will come in as well. And Labu. Okay, builds are all good, but Harith building towards that Holy Crystal. Once it's done, the Granger is going to be facing a lot of issues. 700 more gold into the hands of the Harith, and he's going to be doing a really great job at it. But so far, though, let's see what DNS can cook it up. So far, the score is a very 50-50. And nothing much out of place just yet. Few turrets taken there here and there, and looks like the side of Ascendria Echelon will actually go for another turret, and with it they are leading the macro game again. Top lane, they're trying to do the same though. DNS.
It's the time for the Lord though. I mean, Ray, do you think that they will contest for this Lord? Before that, the mid tier got down. Hayabusa it was. Zaman Force popped up as well. Feather Airstrike coming in. A big fight is going on there. Infernal Pursuit, as well as we're gonna see the Fedrin coming in as well. Hayabusa with the Quad Shadow going in their team, and it will be the Phobia's last breath onto that Hayabusa. He got the kill there and might go for the Lord Dance as well.
Absolutely, AshTZ, and with this Lord, it might cement who's on the lead, and we might just see a game number 5. Unless they're going to pull a Milico. What is that?
Okay. There is a possible fight coming in. I don't feel like DNS will be losing out the Lord here. That is the Harith going in with the Zaman Force there coming in as well. Tsunami Slam got connected. Two people with a sliver of HP. It's the Granger getting the kill. Pawan Singh is right now raining the terror there. And in the meantime, we can see, oh my goodness, vanished away. Hayabusa, who was going inside to take down the backliner, just got vanished away by the burst of the Farsa. Without the jungler, both sides, I mean, without the jungler for S, I don't feel like they will be having this Lord. It's a comeback from the side of DNS with the win of this fight.
Yeah, not having Nem is going to be really impacting how they get this Lord. You're right about that. Electro right now got okay. I think he prioritized a different item because usually people prioritize that, you know. So surprising there, but nothing much out of surprises because of course 10-10 score really goes to show that both of the sides are actually very 50-50. It's a very neck-to-neck competition, but at the end, what's really going to be mattering is, of course, which team wins it out. And so far, with the macro control, you can clearly notice Ascendria Echelon was the one leading, but right now with this Lord, maybe the side of DNS can turn things around much better for themselves, right? We might find out soon enough. Anyways, 12 minutes almost coming in. Look at the Kalia. What's
There
going?
you go, the vision and the Tsunami Slam. Feather Airstrike busted down that Lapu Lapu. He was not aware of it. He was going into the safer zone, but it was the Kalia was waiting just like the lioness from the backline to hunt you down there. Now the chunky minions entering into the tier 3 of the bed will be taken down easily. And the Lord from the top lane. Anybody is there to defend it down or not? Harith is right now dealing a lot of damage from the backline. Zaman Force just forced out as well. A lot of damage coming in.
Oh,
5
not a
man
good
with the
engage.
Hylos got down there. Selena finds a way for the Fred. Double onto the Kalea there. Feather Airstrike is on right now. With that, the Phobius and the Co will be going back, as well as Hayabusa goes in with a quad shadow connecting on the first. Oh my goodness, what I just saw there. He managed to take him down. Seven Force comes in. Infernal Pursuit as well. It's the Harith Phobius counter, but no, Lapu Lapu will having the final blow there onto the Phobius. Who said that they pick up Phobius when you are seeing a Harith on your opponents? If the Harith is in the hand of Executor, you gonna get execute.
This looks like it's not going to be an easy journey for DNS, is it? Even when it felt like they're making a little bit of a comeback, I'll get to it a little bit later because look at that, Granger. Most likely, I think he's going for the Wind of Nature. Yeah, I think he's going for the Wind of Nature. He really wants to survive from the Hayabusa, who is basically 10k gold right now, and they obviously have to. On the other hand, though, 3,000 gold difference between the two of the junglers and the gold laners. Not much difference, actually. Both of them are at the same amount of gold. So I think either of the gold laners can win it out. Just now we just saw the side of Executor J winning it out, but at the same time, what is it? I think Selena is a little bit too far behind though. Selena needs those items. She needs to scale up, and obviously needs a few kills as well. But to be fair, he's trying to. He needs to scale up. He needs to. Because his contribution is right now a little bit less than I would like, but it's all good. It's all good, mate. And with it, 14-12, 40 minutes in, Lord coming in 10 seconds. It's gonna be.
Yep.
This might just be the final fight, or might not be, because both of these teams are really good at defending. But look at the stacks for the Granger, 486, coming to that 500 number, and it will change how things around. But let's see. Turtle spawned in. Which jungler gets taken out first? Which retribution will fall first? Or which members will get wiped out? Let's see. Ashizi, the fight seems like it's going to be beginning. Look at the engage.
Yep. The high look coming in. The engage is already on. Feather Strike in a beautiful position, busting down their way. Glorious Pathway popped up. Bravest Fighter as well. Infernal Pursuit coming into the hallway. But is the Harith giving a final blow on the Phobius? Granger finds a kill on that. I lost there. Harith falls down. It's a Fredrin who will be falling down as well. Rhapsody coming in. Hayabusa. Can he be taken down? Okay, it's a double kill for the Pawan Singh. Pawan Singh going in. Flicker just wasted down. Both the junglers from both these sides will be taken down. In the midway of the air, the Forza got stopped. Halted down with the Abyssal Trap there for the Feather Strike. This time will be connecting on to the Lapu Lapu, and he will be taken down easily. Only the Selena surviving there. Do you think they will be go for the base or the Lord?
They are going for a lot because of course they don't have the jungler right now, So going for a safer route is much better. Just secure the Lord, don't really pressure the base too much, because making risky plays into this game, especially where you can make a 3-4-1 score right now, it's going to be really bad. So they obviously go for this. See, I love the score actually mainly. Look at 16-16. It really sells the idea that both of these teams are extremely equal and no one is actually better than the other. But at the end of the day, there can only be one winner. And unfortunately, we don't have a tie system in the in this game, right? So there can only be one winner. Let's see who can persist, who can stay strong, and whose endurance and willpower will be shown. Because after all, we're already at midnight, 12 a.m., and the Lord is marching down. It's gonna be interesting. 16-16 in 16 minutes. Wow! Imagine it was 16 o'clock as well, but it's not 16. It's actually 12 a.m. Oh, they engaged!
And just got kidnapped there with the Tsunami Sam. Monster kill for Pavan Singh. Right now, he is absolutely having the cinema for himself. Glorious pathway popped off. Okay, shadow kill out of the 3 people. Can he got the shutdown out of the Granger? Yep, it is happening. Pavan Singh got a shutdown there. Feather strike comes in. Abyssal Trap just got connected. Can we see another engage coming in? I don't feel so, because Lord is in the halfway on the top and they need to defend it down. Before that, we're gonna see some engage also being done by DNS at this moment. Lord still being on and is coming forward to the top inhibitor. Hayabusa without the alt right now in the cooldown section. There you go. The glorious pathway popped up once again. Lord is right now standing at the midway of the base. But in the meantime, the whole DNS actually chosen to go back to dismantle themselves from the fight. Is actually a good decision. They don't have the damage dealer with them. Pavan Singh was
very,
out.
very good decision. Very good decision, because they could have just, like, they could have kind of choked if they did not do it. Going for a regroup when you're unsure if you can end it or not is such a great decision. So I really like that. And with it, they're just going to be stalling the game a little bit more. Another minute for the next Lord, and we'll have to wait out a little bit, Ash Easy. But oh, Nem, he's getting taunted. Is it a bad decision? It is.
The burst and the kidnapping once again done. Selena will be taken out. Okay, this is not a good situation. Only the 2 frontliners are standing with the Harriet being there. Pedrin right now contesting for the red buff. Zaman Force popped up as well. So there is CD right now onto the Zaman Force. So minions marching onto the top once again.
Has been destroyed.
Oh. Looks like it's a little bit frozen on my end, but not sure what's happening. But whatever is happening, it does look like DNS is winning, I guess. Actually, I guess it's your frozen as well, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
Hopefully it is fixed.
Okay, from
just
here.
to-
YouTube, I can see that the end is
Okay,
not
okay,
here,
we're
but
back.
it is here, guys. It is Team DNS, Dickensons, who will be claiming the throne for the underdog title at Wardrum Esports with a score of 3-1 against Esports. Ascendria Echelon just lose it away with the 1-3 score from Dickensons. What a game it was! Even though the Hayabusa was magically good in this whole game, but in the end, the absolute cinema just come from Pavan Singh. Pavan Singh, the real MVP of this match. Even though it went to Invoker, but I feel like Pavan Singh just changed the whole way. You know why Forza got the MVP? I feel so because of the lace kill onto her. Her position was definitely good in the whole game.
Looking at the analytics, especially what we notice into the game, I mean, Farsa getting the MVP, of course, because Invoker was able to take down many of the targets. Not to mention, he has the highest assist, right? And I think also the fact that his burst damage is really high as well. So he really considered a lot of things. Not to mention, having the Farsa already gives you a lot of advantage that, like, I mean, it's obvious at this point. Range, she got it. Mobility, she got it. Damage, she got it. She got everything. Farsa is just that queen, right? She's just that girl, or maybe that woman. But great job from, of course, Invoker. But yeah, definitely Pawan Singh, in a lot of the scenarios when his team needed, he actually was able to pull it up. And with it, ladies and gentlemen, of course, I would love to announce that DNS has won the Underdog brackets, and they are the champions. They are the reigning champions for the Underdog, and that is basically crazy because right now we have given them, they're basically secured with the 10,000 rupees, right? If I'm not wrong. Of course, the production will let you and update you and let you know what they have won. But obviously, huge congrats to DNS. Finally able to win it out into the Underdog brackets. Why my face is so zoomed in? Why is my new picture not given, buddy? Come on. Like, holy hell. But anyways, let's not delay that much. Of course, everybody here came in for to see the winner, and the winner is obviously Dickensons. And of course, congrats to the whole team, Promising, Insane Zin, and Invoker, and who else would remember? Oh, Corey Cutie, and last one was the Romer. I forgot. Are, right? Are, congrats. Congrats, you guys. Obviously, winning the underdog brackets. You're already the winner. Right now, you'll have one more game to do, and obviously, that is to fight against the top dogs. And talking about the top dogs, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow we are starting with the playoffs. LCF, IGN, Sacred Shine, and Crooks Requiem. These top 4 teams are waiting in the playoff stages to get the best one, to get the top dog champion. And with that, when that happens, we'll fight out. We'll duke it out. DNS will duke it out with the champion from the top dogs to cash in for that 60,000 prize pool. Of course, they've already secured it, but let's see who can get it out. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in even at midnight, and we'll see you tomorrow for the top dog playoffs between IGN, LCF, Crooks Requiem, and Sacred Shine. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night, take care, and rest well. And obviously tune in on Waterroom Games Northeast Underdog Tournament Season 3.0.